on this live. Oh,
We're
no,
live.
I got it.
Hey,
Yeah.
welcome back to another day in the mortal realms where I have too much terrain to paint.
And I've got some Chaos Warriors that are gonna be all so my Chaos Undivided mark is
The Mark of Bellicor.
1 second. I am suddenly hearing myself, so I'm gonna make that stop. All right, we're
Okay,
good.
cool, perfect.
So my Chaos Undivided mark is based off my Bellicor, which is all purple based, but it's like dark purples as opposed to like bright purples of like Slanesh.
Yep,
So
it's the
kind of like shadowy themed.
the book cover of Broken Realms Bellicor.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
They did it purple for some reason, and it's just I've just been running with that, and it's quickly becoming my second favorite Chaos god, if that makes any sense.
Bellicor, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
He's just as much of a chaos god as the Great Horned Rat, right? Which
He's
is very
maybe
much
even
so.
more so.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen Bellicor on the table before, but I've never seen the Great Horned Rat.
It's right.
He might be the most chaos god, right?
Maybe except for Arcane.
But he's not. He's the guy in the RPG that got all the endgame shit.
Yeah.
He can one-shot the boss gods at the end of the game.
Exactly.
And has like a pretty even matchup against like the secret final boss. It's supposed to be super hard. Yeah.
Yes.
Which would be
That
the
is
Gash,
exactly what Arcane is. Oh yeah.
right? Yeah, so that's yeah. He's not God, he's more.
I love it.
Yeah. Well, anyway, speaking of Chaos Gods, later today, we're going to be talking about the Tzeentch Battletome and what it brings for us. And, like, this one might be one you looked at a little bit, Bill, because you normally don't. But I was, like, telling you to look at some crap, so.
I looked at the Chaos Spawn. That was
That's
it.
about it, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll get those hot, fresh reactions.
Mm-hmm. And you know, spoiler alert, I was totally right. They were going to forget to put the Brayhard keyword on the Zongor stuff inside of the book.
Oh my god.
So that's why that FAQ existed.
Oh my god.
So that's hilarious.
Yep. I mean, that was clearly reprinted before they realized that mistake.
Yep.
Yep.
So, oops.
But it's technically not there again, right? Because that only modified the ones in the whatchamacallit?
The Arcane Cataclysm? Yep.
Yeah. Oh god.
Which is hilarious.
So ridiculous.
Which I'm pretty sure they're, like, exactly the same.
Oh, well, that's good anyway.
Yeah. But, like... Oh, the difference is the points.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And the points actually might still be different for Beast of Chaos, because that was something that was different before, too.
Yeah. So, weirdly enough, the points went back to what they are in the General's Handbook.
So did they get, I can't remember, did they go up in points for Arcane Cataclysm?
They did.
Okay.
They
So
went
now
up to,
they're
like,
back.
205 and now they're 275. Or, Jesus, 175.
Oh, sweet.
Where's
That's awesome.
my Earthshade? Here it is. Yep. You just have to complain and then it shows up. I swear. But yeah, so like that's really cool for them. I'm happy for that.
Yeah, definitely. Oh yeah.
The book looks sick though, so I'm excited to talk about that. But I just want to give a few minutes. Everybody swarm in a little bit, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a Path to Glory game today.
Oh, sick.
I
Cool.
ditched those corn guys like a sack of hot potatoes.
They'll get better soon.
Sack of rotten potatoes? I don't know.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Bloody
I ditched them
potatoes,
either
it's
way.
corn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Ew. Anyway.
Ew.
I wish I
Yeah.
could say that.
I agree. But so I ditched them because they were doing bad. I think we came to the conclusion, me and the guy I play with. So I was playing against Daughters of Cain, right?
Oh yeah.
And I mean they're a good new book, and Korn is definitely an older book, right?
Sure.
And we came to the conclusion that we're both a little glass cannony, both want to charge.
I agree.
And he's just faster and better at it. So like I have no hope.
Yeah, you just gotta roll better.
Yeah.
You know,
it
good
didn't
players
even
win priority, good players roll better. Yeah. But it doesn't super matter, yeah. I see what you mean.
It's just like I could never like get into a good position to make a good attack because he can just move farther than I can and make that charge first and like wipe me out.
Yeah, not only is his native move faster on most units, but he can run in charge with the ones
Yeah,
that are equal.
exactly.
Yeah.
So like it's just like a lot of like yeah, there's just no hope here because we're both trying to do the same thing. He just does it way better.
I'm pretty sure if he brought Chimera and knows how to use them well, he can just beat you with them.
Yeah, probably. He was beating me with melee snakes mostly.
Yeah.
Those things hit like trucks.
So I forget. Maybe you saw it in the Discord, but did you hear about my weekend?
I did not.
Okay, so we did a tournament in Albany.
Yeah.
And first round was a bye. Second round,
That sucks.
unfortunately, was against Owen. So
Oh
I
god.
got that matchup a lot, but I won that game. So
Okay.
2-0. And so my opponent in the last round, Marcella is her name, and she is the top ranked ITC Daughters of Cain player in the world.
Holy crap.
Yep.
Okay. Well, there you go.
And so
there's a game.
she gets the early double turn on me,
Uh-huh.
and she blows my Blood Knights just out of the water. Like
Yeah.
entirely.
Yep.
And then my turn, I did a risky play. I deep struck the Graveguard from the Tombstone
Mm-hmm.
and made an 11-inch charge into her bow snakes.
Oh, that's exciting.
And I killed them in one fell swoop.
Nice.
And like she just didn't screen quite properly because she didn't expect that.
Yeah.
But you know what? Like she got really lucky on the shooting. I think she did like 16 mortal wounds in one shooting phase to my Blood Knights.
Oh my lord.
So I got really lucky there. So that washes out.
Yep.
Turn 5. I run the priority. I make her go. Get her final score. She's up 5 points on me. And I panic. I'm like, there's no way I can do this. And so I have the unit of Graveguard that like came back from like the if you roll a 5 up, you summon a unit back, and I put them in her territory. And my grand strategy is take what's there, so have more in her territory, right?
Yep.
So it's determined. I'm sitting there like, okay, so I'll get 3 from the grand strat, and then I'll get 2 from the battle tactic, and I'll tie us. No, this won't work. So I charge her thing, trying to get on the territory, fail the charge, try to do it. This one's mine, and forgetting that the Canary can just shoot and run away.
Oh
so
no!
I completely botched my turn. And you want to know what happened?
Did you miscount the points or something?
Yeah, my buddy Tyler comes up and he's like, why didn't you just do desecrate their lands? I'm like, because we'll tie. He's like, no, because you'll hold that point for 1. I'm like, oh shit! No, I forgot to count that. I would have won.
Oh no!
I would have won if I stood still.
Oh, that sucks.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah, I mean, she played exceptionally well, of course.
Oh yeah,
but, like,
yeah.
I did
but
fine.
You had a real good chance, which is amazing. Yeah.
It's just very sad to me.
Yep.
And at the end, we like had a post-game talk. I'm like, all right, I want to get better. What did I do wrong? And I wasn't really aggressive enough with my Blood Knights. I just feared her too much. And just like ran away and then let her like take the whole middle of the board.
Mm-hmm.
Where I could have like charged in, just like realized they were gonna unleash hell. And realistically probably would have done like 6 damage, killed 2. I would have fought. Next turn I could have retreated and charged in again, like really cleared out the middle.
Yep.
So live and learn, but I'm okay with that performance, you know?
Oh, absolutely.
It just makes me very sad that I could have had it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Probably would have been first, too.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just panicked. I lost. Yeah. I don't want to say I lost myself because that's discrediting her, you know, but I needed to breathe and I didn't. Let that be a lesson to everybody, actually.
Breathe. Just take a breath.
Relax a little bit, yeah.
Find the way through.
But like you're just sitting there and you're like, I know who this person is, and like she's like the best in Daughters of Cain player. How could I possibly win? Like I can't beat shooting. I'm Soul Blight.
Yeah.
So like I think I got into my own head, just convinced myself I couldn't win.
Sure.
Yeah, but don't do that. That's bad.
Bad news.
Yeah, but you know what? Like it was a fun event. And I'm doing another one this weekend in the Catskills area, so that's gonna be fun.
Yeah, definitely.
And I'm bringing Nighthaunt again.
Again, you going back, huh?
Yeah, I haven't like I say, oh, I haven't played them in a while, being like a couple weeks, but I do like that book.
You play one tournament with someone else, and you're like, you know what? I'm playing a while. I'm playing Nighthawk. Yeah, let's try that.
It's really hard for me to not play a third edition book, just because they're
Oh,
like
I mean,
so smooth
that's fair.
and great,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then at the same time, like I could play Skaven, and I don't know them super well. And another reason, my buddy Ray's printing me some rat ogres. Look at this guy.
Ooh, very nice.
And so I want a unit of 6 of them.
Yeah.
140 points, 4 up save, 6 wounds. You get 2 of them. I want to run a unit of 6 as just like a brick shithouse.
Yep.
That sounds like my style so much.
Oh, for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like my style, too.
Honestly, yeah. It's like their damage is pretty good. There's 4 of them rend. Yeah, I think 4 is 3s, rend 1, 2 damage. Exploding 6s. So they're not like the most hammery unit, but like they're pretty solid all around.
Yeah.
And the hero that makes them battle line gives them +3 to charge. And when
I mean,
they die
honestly,
on a 3-up, you get them back.
I mean, honestly, I'm not like super all about the charging. You know, like Chaos Warriors are honestly a great unit. Like they're not great, but like I really like them. They're just like dependable. You know what I mean?
They're mid range, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can say it. I know.
Mm-hmm. No,
I'm a mid-range player.
Totally fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're good at what they do.
Yeah. Oh, they killed the crap out of some melee snakes today. It was great.
Oh yeah.
So how the game went, so I had my list was a Centurion, the Centurion Marshal,
Okay.
the Chaos Legionaries, Dark Oath Queen, and 2 units of Chaos Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to like hold this point in the middle, like this building in the middle of the map, and had half of my guys not there. And meanwhile, he gets first turn and can charge shit out of me. It's like, oh, this is gonna go bad.
Yeah.
He attacked with his so he charged in. He attacked with his Witch Elves first against my Chaos Legionaries. So I gave them all out defense, and they survived pretty good and hit back pretty decently. But I got the first attack on the melee snakes, that meant, and the Chaos Warriors did okay, not like super great, but they did some damage. Didn't take like enough in return to like totally wipe them out. And then I was able to get like more guys in there, and he had everybody in that fight.
Yeah.
Except his snakes over to the bow snakes over to the side.
Mm-hmm.
And then so the next turn I brought in the Centurion Marshal and had him I was like, okay, so he needs an 8 to charge into the melee snakes, and if I happen to roll a 12, I'll get into the bow snakes. And I happened to roll a 12.
Like, oh, here we go.
Which was amazing. It's like, all right, they're in. Let's go.
Yep.
He didn't do a whole lot of damage to them, but I was able to get the Chaos Warriors in on the second unit of Chaos Warriors in on the melee snakes, and then the Dark Oath Queen into the Witch Elves, and I pretty much just cleaned up from there.
Honestly,
it was fantastic.
As long as you keep them in combat so they don't get the 4-up rally.
Yep.
And like you're killing 1 or 2 a turn, like each one that dies is like a huge deal.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Like, 180 for 5.
And I actually won a turn roll. I won the second turn roll after I did quite a bit of damage turn 1. And he was like, no, it's over. So that was a 1-turn win. It was great.
Yep. What a time to be alive, yeah.
I know, right? It was very exciting.
And the best part about playing against Daughters of Cain and Path to Glory, you don't really have to worry about their silly battle tactics.
Yes, correct.
Oh, use this unit and get 3
Look,
points.
You did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, right?
Mm-hmm. So like that's cool. Yeah, I do like that army. I like them both a lot. Yeah. But yeah,
I'm actually painting up these Chaos Warriors specifically for that Path to Glory campaign so that they all match. It'll be fun.
Yeah, I like that idea a lot. That the Bellacore scheme.
Yeah, me too.
It's gonna look so cool at like an event or like some little narrative thing one day.
Oh, absolutely.
And that some little narrative thing can just be your local games too.
Exactly.
On the yeah,
that's good enough for me.
Like, the local games are so fun too. Like this game. But yeah, like Chaos Warriors, like they probably did like 2 or 3 damage, right? Because there's like no rend and just like a small amount of attacks.
Yeah.
But like they don't move.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I wasn't. Well, okay, I found out after I could have reinforced them, so that would have really made them not. And I would have tens for the whole, for the pretty much the whole time, which would have been way better.
Yeah.
But no, I was playing Ravagers too, which is I was really tired of losing, if I'm being honest. Like I was getting smashed game after game, so I'm like, you know what? No, I'm playing Ravagers, and I'm just gonna summon a lot of free units for no reason, and it's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And I didn't even need them, which felt extra good. So it's like, all right, we got ourselves a list that can perform here.
Don't hold your punches against Daughters of Cain.
No.
Just don't do it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Before I made that list, I was like, all right, so here's what they're gonna do, and if it's too much, we'll scale it back. But
yeah,
it's like I've been getting beat up, so we're gonna try this first.
I'm sure he appreciated it too, right? It's like nobody likes just like pounding their friend into the earth over and over again.
Oh, right? Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah. It's fun though. Like I think once I got the realization that like Blood Knights won't do a single point of damage to anything, and they're just there to be a mobile anvil, I liked them a lot better once I've come to terms, Because like I don't know, because I feel like when the book came out, even on our stream we were talking about, it's like, oh yeah, look at these things. They're like damage 2, they're damage 2 on the charge, and like if you're in Castelli, they could be damage 3, oh my god, but like they don't have rend.
Yeah.
So everything in the world's like, yeah, I'm a 3 up.
No. Yeah, it's like I'm a 3 up, I'm not taking damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like they can just bounce off of things.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm gonna charge that thing, and then it just makes the noise that the Gossip Stones and Ocarina of Time do, and like, yeah,
yep.
And you're like, oh, all right,
we did nothing.
but,
great.
Like, I'm sitting there, I'm like, okay, you're a 2 up on rendable save. Like, do something. Like every game I've had with that is just like, they will die, but it'll be like 5 turns later while I scored everything and you couldn't.
Yep.
Because I had your whole army tied up with this dumbass unit. Yeah.
Perfect.
But like, yeah. And I guess that's the value of like Chaos Knights too, right?
I suppose it is, yeah. They're just yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you can't get
They're
them
just
unrendable. Yeah.
Well, it's also not the most fun thing to play.
With or against?
For me, anyway.
Yeah, I get it. And you're like, I value that place in the army, so I put out my cheap thing, like Chaos Warriors.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Chaos Warriors aren't exactly cheap. They're 200 points for 10.
Fair, yeah.
But it is more wounds than the Chaos Knights, so.
Yeah.
Well, I suppose not too many more. I don't know.
A similar.
Maybe it's the wrong play.
It's the fun play. Okay. It's what you like, yeah. And that's totally worth it.
I enjoy Chaos. Mm-hmm. Chaos Warriors.
Dude, that's a book I'm so looking forward to.
Oh yeah. I just like the thing is I really, really like the current book too, so like I'm like I hope I don't lose like all the things I really enjoy about the book. Which I probably will, but hopefully they give enough in return.
You know what though? Like we had that thought, and yet Daughters of Cain still have double shooting Marathi, right?
It's true.
Like we're gonna look at the Tzeentch book, and Kairos changed for the worse, but everything else seems like better.
I most like the sub factions, which have been definitely getting toned down. So we'll see what they do with that.
But like at the end of the day, if like the Ravagers is still summoning based, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And like, we'll see.
If it's written like Skaven, I think you'll be very happy.
Yeah, exactly.
So I have faith that they're gonna do this well.
Yep.
Absolutely, yeah, and like the new kits are gonna be so cool. Yeah, I can't wait.
Oh, definitely.
I think
those kits are awesome.
That are gonna go are like the Splintered Fang. I bring 70 of them with the Khorne Heroes build.
Yeah, probably.
And that's probably gonna go when Khorne gets the book, and it just changes to Khorne Bloodbound unit instead of like Chaos or Khorne unit. You know.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know for sure, but
I think the best thing about that box is it's like all new models too.
Yep.
Like all new sculpts at least. Like thank goodness. It's like a box that doesn't feel like it's like, well, I'll get the box, but I already have a bunch of these guys. For me, it's like, nope, I want all of it. Gimme. Yeah. All right, yeah, let's get into the book.
Let's get into the book. Okay, so Tzeentch, high-level view is... I don't know the book too well, or the old one that well, so I'm not going to be able to compare them compared to like what they used to be that well. A couple units I will, but at the end of the day, I think it's cool to evaluate them freshly too. Be like, oh, I never played this. What's appealing to it, right?
Yep.
AOS Coach did a really nice video series talking about the differences.
Okay, so you know a little bit about what the differences are?
Yeah, and also, like, if you really want, like, this unit changed exactly this way, and the points changed this way, he's a good resource to look at for that, too.
There we go.
I would say, yeah. And I'm not sponsored or anything, I just like him. I think he's cool. But yeah, so I'm just going to evaluate this with, like, a fresh eye. So I think that's healthier anyway, because, like, if the whole thing changed, yeah, whatever. Okay. So, Arcane Armies. They showed this in the community page a little bit, but let's talk about it here, unpack it. So basically, turn 1, you get to cast one of your specifically Tzeentch Endless spells. Autocast and can't be unbound. Is the
Pretty crazy.
Yep.
Assuming that there's a good one, which it sounds like there is, if I've heard correctly.
So, I've been looking at these a lot, and the more I think about it, I like all 3 of them. One of them is, like, obvious. One of them seems redundant with the cogs, but if you really think about it, I don't think it is.
I mean, even still, like, even if it was redundant, you can now do it for... You can now guarantee get it, right?
Yeah. We'll talk about those towards the end of the book, because those are the last things, but... This is a... Yeah. In a world where endless spells actually mean a damn, which is insane to say, compared to the last season, right?
Crazy. Oh, yeah.
Like, this is really cool. And, like, you're gonna have ones that you want. So, let's move on. Destiny dice are exactly the same with the FAQ wording where it's, like, modified. Are you familiar with that mechanic?
Actually, yeah, you roll some amount to start the game, and then you can use them to replace various dice rolls during the game. Yeah.
You start with 9, and you roll, and it's casting, unbinding, dispelling, run, charge, hit, wound, save.
Yeah, they go over a specific list so that you can't do it for like
characteristic battle shock. Yep.
Yeah, so they don't want it.
So, yeah, the cheater dice, as some people call them, but, you know, I think it's a good mechanic. It's healthy. And, like, changing 9 dice rolls, like, I think it's going to matter the most in, like, charging and casting when you really need the stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
But, I don't know, like, sometimes there's going to be a pivotal save.
Oh, definitely a pivotal save, or, like, or for damage characteristic, like, it's like, oh, I rolled a 1 for damage? No, take 6.
Yeah, and I think it's insanely healthy mechanic. I think it's extremely good, right? Like, don't get me wrong.
Oh, definitely.
Like, this is powerful.
You have to carefully balance that one.
Yeah, it's one of the most powerful things you can do.
Yeah, gain reliability.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's so, like, Tzeentchian flavored, too. Like, I think it's cool. I think it's good.
Yep.
Okay, that's easy. Locus of Change is, demons within 12 of a general get -1 to hit. So it's a nice little shielding thing for your little squishy guys. Not make or break.
Oh, -1 to hit them.
Yeah.
I see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, they got a little bubble there. So that's cute.
That's not bad, honestly. Yeah. Pretty good.
I mean, I bring Neferata for that, right?
Right.
And, like, you just get this, so.
Yeah.
Granted, you don't have, like, Blood Knights to work with. And, like, the Tzeentch demons are pretty squishy. But, like, this is nice to have. Like, it reduces, like, a 16th of the hits coming in. So, I'll take it. I'll be happy with that. I don't know if that was there before. Yeah.
I don't think I ever heard that one. So it sounds new.
Yeah. I'm just gonna go with it's new. But
but I don't actually know. So I don't think I ever actually played against them. But it sounds like the kind of thing I would have heard of. But maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe not. You alright?
Yep. Just dropped a freshly dipped paintbrush right on the fly. Probably.
Scary.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Okay, we're good.
just a little bit on the carpet, and you'll never notice that purple on tan. Super not obvious.
Yeah, you might scrub out easily.
Actually, you know what? It's all right. The bulk of it's right here, so that worked out good.
All right. Crisis averted.
Crisis averted. We're good. We're good. We can continue. Whew.
Summoning. It is largely the same, within 9 inches of a hero. At the end of the movement phase, I think the points are the same. But throughout the book, you're gonna notice that there's more ways to get points than before. So what it used, so what it still is, it's every time anybody casts a spell, you get a fate point. But then you'll see like some of the wizards have like this spell does like this effect and adds 3 fate points to your summoning pool. Yada, yada.
Okay.
Yep. So summoning's like a touch more reliable. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it. I think on the surface I like that. Because if like your units are not that firm and like anything can move them, like you should be able to have strong summoning, right? And also if you really, really want to lean into it, you have to get wizards, which lowers your body count.
I think it all depends on just like how they balance the units versus what amount of summoning you can do reliably in a game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what it all comes
And I'm going
down
to have perfect faith that they did it at least very, very close to right.
Yeah, because most of the things seem to have been doing pretty good so far. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, like, I don't know. I think, like, it might not be that fun to play against, but, like, building summoning heavy lists is inherently fun, I think.
Oh, definitely.
So having that option is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm sure it's not overtuned. Because it's pretty reasonable in Nurgle, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
As far as I'm aware, it seems it. You know, they must have someone over on the AOS side that does not work on 40k at all.
Yeah.
That's making a main contributor to like all the balancing that's going on. Because I've heard recently that like Leagues of Votann,
it's like
the squats.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's being pre-banned in tournaments and stuff.
Yep.
Because it just seems insane.
I read the book and I just don't understand the scene that much.
Yeah.
I didn't. I glanced the book, right?
Sure.
I didn't care super much, but
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like 40k is like thriving on this controversy of like, oh my god, everything's broken.
Yeah.
And like
but it's like getting them.
But like, I think there's a lot of people who are just like fear mongering it for views.
Oh, sure, it could be that too.
Yeah, but
yeah,
maybe they really did it this time. I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, but
anyway, not important.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right. Off topic.
Off topic. Getting back. So yeah, you can summon a Lord of Change at 30. Is like the main cool thing. You're probably gonna get Screamers a lot because they're like, what are they? 10 points, which you can do pretty easily on one battle round, and they move 16.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're real fast, right?
Yeah.
Yes. 16 is officially real fast.
Yeah, I don't think they do much else than that, but like that's fine.
Yeah, you could definitely get the points and stuff pretty easily with that. So if you need objective control, there you go. That's
I run those kind of units. Yeah. All right. Legions of Chaos. So this is our coalition rule, where it's 2 and 4 can be a Marked of Tzeentch, Slaves to Darkness unit.
Yep.
1 and 4 can be a Not Zangor, Beast of Chaos unit. And the reason why they have to word it like that is so you don't bring the cheaper unit from Beast of Chaos into the Tzeentch.
Oh yeah, that checks out.
Hilarious, but yeah,
that is.
So basically, 1 and 4, and honestly, like, there's probably a place for like gore here. For, like,
it also
body, yeah.
The other reason they need to word it that way, not only because of that, but also so that you can take a Zangor list without it being like 1 in 4. Only 1 in 4 can be from that book. So
yeah, you're right.
Oops. Yeah.
Perfect. Yep. So that's fun. And then you can't take Corner Nurgle keywords
in
Coalition, but I guess you could take Slaanesh. It just says,
Okay.
yeah, coalition with Khorne or Nurgle keyword. Yeah. So that's interesting to me.
Coalition without? That's interesting because they specifically said the coalition units have to have a Tzeentch keyword.
Yeah.
Didn't they? The only model that has multiple marks is Arcane. He's the only one.
Cannot include coalition units with... Oh, it must be to stop Archaon from joining.
That is weird.
No. Poor Andrew. He just bought an Archaon.
Oh boy.
For his Tzeentch army.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh well, doesn't no, because Archaon specifically says he can join, right? Like that's on his war scroll.
Oh, because he's War Master. Okay.
Yeah. So
yeah,
no, I think
right.
that's still okay. So I don't know what the heck that wording's about. Maybe you can't have ally. Maybe it means that you, or is supposed to mean anyway, that you can't have allies that have the Khorne or Nurgle keywords.
Include coalition units with the Khorne or Nurgle keyword.
Oh, I know what it says.
Yeah.
It definitely does not say what I'm saying, but maybe that's what they intended.
I'm trying to think of like what could possibly be a coalition unit. Because it says it must be marked. Alright, if anybody knows in the comments, like let me know. I'm so confused here.
Oh, maybe they're expecting Beasts of Chaos to have Pestigores and Khorngors at some point. And so they're preemptively getting rid of those. Because it does just say Beasts of Chaos, not like Beasts of Chaos marked with type of thing like the Slaves of Darkness does. So there you go. There's a possibility. They might just be making sure that they don't mess that up ahead of time.
Yeah,
they
suck
thought
down
of it.
that hopium right there.
Yeah.
That would be sweet, though, if they did that.
That would be sweet. Yes, I totally agree.
Is there any ally off the top of your head right now that you could think about? Or coalition unit that you would want? My immediate response is the cat. That makes things fight last. You always want that. That thing's good.
Well, that you can't mark that, so it's not a coalition.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
Yep.
I guess warriors are always good. Can you mark Vanguard?
Yes, you can mark Vanguard.
Alright, so I want to bring Vanguard.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a spell that affects mortals that give them a 5-up board now. That's cool.
Ooh.
Yeah, so like there's stuff you can do there.
Yeah.
Probably not a ton of amazing things. Yeah, I don't know. I've always liked that rule.
Yeah, it's like at least a little bit, and it's flavorful.
Exactly, yeah. And there'll be something out there that I can't quite think about. But I think all the wizards you probably want to keep your own. But yeah, we'll see.
Yep, absolutely.
That'll be cool. Maybe the Chaos Sorcerer on foot, so you can give something +1 save for free. Yeah. Yeah, well, keep that in mind as you build lists. There'll be fun, some fun stuff there. And then the last allegiance ability here is Transform into Spawn. And it's just saying, as you go through the book, you're going to see things that say Transform into Spawn. This is what it means here. So you don't have to, like, rewrite it in every page there. So the gist of it is, you put the spawn down within an inch of that unit, and then you remove a model, and that doesn't count as battle shot because it wasn't slain.
Okay.
Which is funny to me, because I think I'd be more terrified if somebody was turned into a horrible spawn than if, they died. But, I guess that's accounting for your stuff getting turned into spawn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's just clarity on how you summon spawn, which that's good to have. I like that.
Yeah, that's
designer
good.
note kind of thing.
Clarity of rules is always good.
Yeah. But yeah, you get to summon spawns, and that's always fun.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think that's the quickest we've ever went through allegiance abilities. But overall, like, I don't think there's like a ton to say other than, changing your role is really good.
Yep.
And the rest of these things.
Well, we already knew that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm fine with what we had.
So I guess the thing we could talk about is that enough based on the book? Like, is that good enough? I think Destiny Dice is good enough.
I think Destiny Dice is definitely good enough, and I think the real power is the spells. Yeah, I think there's some really good command traits. I think the relics are pretty lacking in this book.
Okay.
And we'll talk about that. But
sure.
I think just the thing, like, how many times were you like, I really need this 8-inch charge? And the fact that you could just do it in this book.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, absolutely. That is very powerful.
Yeah, like if you.
Yeah, I think that makes up for any lack of other abilities or anything. Like just keeping Destiny dice is primo.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I don't think you need a ton to be good either.
Nope.
In fact, like one of the things that was a problem with the old book is like it was overly complicated.
Yeah.
And so we'll talk about if they fix that too at the end.
Yeah, we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe they did, maybe they didn't.
But overall, like I'd be happy with like this set of rules. I'm not sure what you had before, but yeah, whatever. I think it's cool.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, command traits. Arch Sorcerer, the first one. You know 2 extra spells from the Lore of Fate, which I'm gonna say right here. I don't think you take this one because there's a lot of things that have Lore Master in this book, which is one of the cleanup things they did, where they used to be like they knew all the spells of all Tzeentch wizards within 18 inches. Now they're like, no, idiot, yeah. Just fucking know the spells.
You just know them.
Yeah. Easy.
Like, come on. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, yeah, of course that's the way to do that.
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
I could see this in like a low power Path to Glory, where you don't have like 235 points to throw on a single hero. This being really good, but yeah.
Yeah.
And I don't hate it. I like this kind of thing, but I just don't think you need it that much.
Yep.
Alright, Nexus of Fate. So at the start of the hero phase, if your general's on the battlefield, roll a dice. If you do so, you can replace one of your destiny dice with that roll. I like that. I think you could see this a lot, because what do you do with a 2, right?
Yeah.
Like pass morale? Okay. And just like filtering is like pretty good quality. Do you think it would have been too much if it just gave it to you? Maybe?
It just gave you a new destiny dice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's too much.
Yeah, and there's ways to do it, but like this is free, you know? There's no option. Yeah.
Well, yeah, like that would give you effectively like eventually you're gonna run out of destiny dice, right?
Yeah.
And so effectively getting like 5 free extra destiny dice, that's over 50% of what you start with. If you were just given them, right?
Yeah, that's
like
fair.
That's a lot of extra destiny dice.
Yeah. And I think there's like a spell that makes one and Kairos makes one.
Oh, sure, yeah.
But yeah, like you're spending points on that unit.
Yeah, I think if you were getting them, it'd be too much. This might be like a little weak. But I don't really know. So but like the ability to maybe get like a 1 or a 6 out of it is probably pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know what you want. Because I think the ones have value for like battle shock and stuff.
Yeah, and maybe the 2s do as well. But like if you're really fishing for something, this is like another bite at that apple, right?
Exactly.
So I think it's gonna be played. I don't think it's gonna be the main one played though.
Okay.
Alright. Cult Demagogue. So if the casting roll for this general is a double, the cast is automatically successful, the spell can't be unbound, and you receive 2 fate points instead of 1.
And very random.
Yeah.
Right? So, I don't know.
What are the odds of
maybe
doubles, right?
1 out of 6.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you can think about that one just like you roll a die and the result does not matter. Now what's the chance of getting that same
Yeah.
It's just 1 in 6.
Okay. So there's a hero in here that's immortal that can take this. Is base cast 2. So that might change the math a little bit. If you put the Arcane Tome on it, they can cast 3. Maybe this is looking tastier now.
Okay.
I mean,
maybe.
I don't hate it, yeah. But there's like games where like that just won't do anything for you, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's not terribly uncommon to like yeah, but it's only on one guy. I don't know. That one's tough.
Yeah.
It really 2. Okay, so you get 2 fate points instead of 1, so it's only 1 extra. But the can't be unbound, automatically cast and can't be unbound is pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Now what happens? Okay, so here's a question: what happens if you double 1?
Automatically cast. So I think it overrides them.
Does it override the entire ability, or does it only override like?
That's a great FAQ question.
Yeah, right. Because like, yes, I agree. Like normally they say you can choose which one happens if they would override each other, right?
Yeah, and I think that's what's gonna happen. Is this just overrides?
Yeah.
miscast.
Just overrides the entirety of it.
Yeah.
Okay. That would make it pretty. That gives like a fringe extra benefit at least.
Yeah, my logic for that is if you look at
Very
like
fringe, though.
Blood Knights,
Mhm.
it says if they're in combat they can make a normal move, which allows them to basically retreat and charge, but get around things that say you can't retreat and charge, right? Because you're just replacing it with a normal move.
Sure, yeah,
This you'd be replacing it with Cult Demagogue. You'd be replacing miscast with Cult Demagogue.
Okay.
Is how I see it.
I like that logic.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what an FAQ says.
I'd make this way cooler of a pick if that's how it worked, right?
A little bit. I mean, that's only a miscast is 1 in 36, so it's like not super relevant, but it's like a fringe extra little thing.
Did I tell you about that game I played with Nagash where he rerolled? He had the cogs for rerolling everything, and he miscast, rerolled into a miscast.
Oh my! That's the likelihood of that is so incredibly small. It's insane.
I think we did it, and it was like 0.08%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll happen.
Yeah.
Less than 1 in 100 times.
I mean, I can't be that mad because it was my 6th spell, so at least I didn't lose the game because of it. But
oh, sure.
You're just like, all right, I spent 40 points for this to not happen.
Yeah.
Oh well. But anyway, yeah. So I don't love that one, but it's cute, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's the best by any stretch.
Yeah. I like Nexus of Fate better, which is the yeah. Okay, reroll the Destiny dice. So this is the one I like. Is Arcane Sacrifice? Is you pick a unit within 9 inches or within 3 of this general, and they suffer a mortal wound, and then you increase the range of your spells this turn by 9 inches.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. That seems way more like reliably good.
I mean, I feel like this is the one I take every time, because like as we know from Sylvaneth and Arcane the Black, is you could do the things that increase the range of your spells, increase your endless spells range too.
Yep.
And if like this book's gonna be a free endless spell at the beginning, you're always gonna take one, I think. So like this is just always gonna be useful to you.
Yeah. Agreed.
And you're probably gonna take more than one, I think, too.
Ooh, spicy.
Because you have so many wizards. Like every hero in this book's a wizard, I think.
Oh, I mean that checks out.
Yeah, so and then like you have so many cast bonuses and stuff. Like I think so.
Cool.
Let's see. I think I always take that one. Oh, these are for mortals only. There's gonna be a demon section later. I forgot to say that up top.
Oh, okay, so that's interesting.
And then some of them overlap too. Like I think Arcane Sacrifice is on both, but we'll get there when we get to the demons. Yep. Sure. Soulburn. Unmodified hit roll for an attack made a melee weapon by this general is 6. Causes 1 mortal wound in addition to any other damage. No.
There's nothing good for it.
Your best melee hero has 4 attacks.
Yeah, no good.
Yep.
Moving on.
Yep. And then Illusionist. Subtract 1 for hit rolls for attacks that target this general. I don't know. I don't love that.
It's okay.
It's 3rd or 2nd best on this list, you think? Like, I think I take Arcane Sacrifice, then Nexus, then this, then Demagogue. Then Archsorcerer and Soulburn. Yeah.
Like, you might get, like, say, the Curseling into combat, right? He's kind of okay. So, like, on him, maybe? Because it's actually not reducing it by 16%, right? It's actually better than that.
Yes.
The amount of damage based on what their hit roll is. And the worse the hit roll, the better it gets.
Yeah.
So, if you're there, like, attacking you with, like, a lot of 4-ups or something, this can go a long way.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, I think this one could be very good, depending on the situation. Like, if there's a build that you want to get someone in combat for some reason, or, like, it's likely that they will, like, I could see this getting value. And it's possible, like, never. That just won't happen. In which case it drops off, obviously.
I want to say that they think that's going to happen with this book, but I'm not convinced.
Okay.
And the reason why I say that is, like, we're going to look into the relics, and we're going to be like, fuck, these are a lot of melee things.
Oh, that's weird.
And then there's, like, some spells that buff melee. So maybe there's just a melee build I don't quite see, but I don't know.
Sure.
But, like, against shooting, like, that might be relevant, too.
But the Curseling doesn't have more than 4 melee attacks, right?
He has 2 different profiles. Oh, so he might have like 6 or 7, but
Oh, okay, all right. So that's okay,
it's a
and
little
that makes
better.
the other one like a little better
I don't
too.
know why I thought I had to pick a weapon with that because I'm used to seeing this in relics, I guess.
Oh, fair.
Yeah. So yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, yeah. I can see why. No, I absolutely see why you were thinking that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So maybe I was wrong there. So maybe
maybe
there's merit
it's
there.
got a little extra. Yeah.
Oh, Awkward Thaumaturge has like 8 attacks, so maybe on him.
Oh, okay.
He's cool
Probably
too.
still not, but like maybe.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. It's at least something to play with, even if it's not the
Again, this
best
is like another
extra.
path to glory. Like, I have 600 points, and I'm gonna make the slappiest thaumaturge in the world, and this is my
Yeah,
second.
exactly. Yeah, it's fun there. Maybe
Yeah,
it's not like the competitive thing, but I could see you running it if it's something like that. Yeah.
there's good, honest fun in this command trait, right?
Sure. Yeah.
Depending on
Exactly.
what your goal is. If your goal is to win, no, no, I'm kidding. But like,
There isn't one that like is like so obviously better that like this has no play whatsoever.
right? Yeah,
Right? Yeah.
exactly.
Which is a good spot for it to be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I'm referring to I think both the mice one to hit and the mortal wound one there.
Yeah, I
Depending on,
agree.
yeah.
I would personally take the -1 to hit one over the mortal wound one every day of the week.
Probably. Yeah, I agree.
I think it's just playstyle for me though.
No, I think I agree. I think it also depends though, like if you know, if your Path to Glory campaign has a lot of stuff that you really need to deal mortal wounds, well, you're probably already doing it because you're Tzeentch, so
You know
yeah,
what though
you
too
probably don't need it.
actually is you can destiny dice into unmodified sixes for that too.
Oh, that's true. So like if you really need to get the one extra.
Yeah,
Okay, there's a little play there, right?
yeah, it's cute. It's cute, right?
Yeah,
Like I don't
exactly.
know unless you're buried in sixes for some reason. I don't see you doing that. But like on the off chance you really just need to do one mortal wound to this little schmuck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like it'll kill him if you do it, so you do it, and
yeah,
he dies. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, which honestly that gives it a little bit more value here than we've had in other books,
Yep.
which is kind of
It
cool.
does.
Yeah,
Yep.
but I
Are
just
now are we grasping at straws and making something seem better than it is? Yeah, probably.
absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
But
about to
like
say
maybe something.
yeah. Yeah, I take Arcane Sacrifice every time if I build this book personally.
Yeah.
But I'm excited to see what brewers do with their armies, right?
Yeah.
I could see some of these being okay.
And also keep in mind, we normally talk from like a match play perspective here, but
Oh, good point. Yes.
like as we've alluded to, like I think there's like if you're playing like lower point games or like narrative stuff or whatever, like there's absolutely room for like some of these other ones to be used effectively
Oh
when
yeah.
in like those alternate ways that you don't like normally see the game played when you think of it just competitively. So
Yeah, that's a great point. We have a match play focus when we go over these.
yeah.
However, like in like 600 point Path to Glory, like the things that make your heroes beat sticks are just king.
Oh, they're
Those
so
are
good. Yeah,
so good. Yeah.
absolutely.
Like here's my like 140 point schmuck. He's gonna run in and just delete this not reinforced unit.
Yeah, and then it's like, and you're basically out of points now. What are you gonna do?
Yep.
Normally in 2,000 points, you just be like, well, I just send a bunch of stuff at it and it's fine. What do you
Yeah.
mean?
Or depending on
Not
what
so
it is,
there.
I send A stuff.
Yeah, it's like I send my big guy that I would never run in Path to Glory at it,
Yeah.
and it's fine. Yeah.
And honestly, like, they can't make all of these the match play one, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Because
Yeah.
if they tried, there'd still be one that is the match play one.
Yep. There
So,
always is.
dude, make the Path to Glory one, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe we should say that in the
But
future. Like,
but
oh, this is
just
the good
don't
Path to
make them
Glory
all.
relic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But just don't make them all. Don't make the like super shitty ones, and then the ones that are super powerful, right? Like give them at least give them all a place to
Yeah,
exist.
exactly. Yeah, I agree.
You need to go at least that far.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, I think we'll get some value on how some of these melee things work when we see the heroes themselves.
Yep.
Alright, command traits for demons. We only have 4 here. Arch Sorcerer and Nexus of Fate are the exact same. 2 extra spells from their respective lore, and then replace the Destiny dice each turn.
Okay.
And they have 2 new ones, which is Demon Spark, which is once per game you can use your Demon Spark. If you do, get 3 fate points. So have 3 fate points is what they meant to say. But they had to put it in a way that makes sense in the rules. You know what I mean?
Wait, so you gain three
Fate
once per
is
turn,
once per game.
once per game, at the start of your hero phase?
Yep. You can say the general will release their demon spark, and if you do, immediately gain 3 fate points. So you just burn it immediately.
So
right?
yeah, well, unless he dies turn 1, and then you don't get him.
Mm-hmm.
So there's you gain 3 fate points.
Yeah. Most situations.
Unless extenuating circumstances cause you to not, and then you probably forget that you don't actually get them, and and chaos ensues.
Unless the whole turn 1 was them going wildly out of their way and making a story out of killing it so you don't get it, right?
Yeah, basically.
Which is called overextending. Unless you have an insane amount of shooting and it's not.
Yeah. But who knows?
Yeah. And then the last one's kind of interesting. So, it's in corporeal form, and it gives your general a 3-up spell ignore to spells and endless spells.
3-up spell ignore.
Yeah.
Okay. That one's situational for sure.
Yeah. I think you take this one if you're going to run the neutral endless spells and you're afraid. But it does protect you from Purple Sun too. But we have other measures of protection. We'll see later.
Yeah, you just don't go near it.
Yeah. Right? I don't know.
This
seems like a silver bullet that they don't at all need.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah.
It's a little flavorful because they're Tzeentch, so obviously.
Yeah.
But then again, that feels like something that Khorne would get to. Because they're Khorne, they don't get affected by spells.
Yeah, and honestly, if this was the Khorne book and that was one of the command traits, we'd be like, okay, this is great.
It's this is something,
Your
maybe.
guy can't get debuffed? Actually, that's a good point here, too, even.
Yeah, but it depends on who's going on, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there, a good, demon, melee guy? Is the Lord Change good there?
He can be serviceable, is what I would say.
Yeah, but not super good.
Good is not the word I would use to describe him in combat, but...
Yeah.
You know how Nagash is pretty good in combat, but he's nowhere near 950 points good?
Right. It's a similar situation.
Yeah, this thing's probably 175 points good in combat.
Oh, yikes. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So probably not, just because, that's not, what he's doing. Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay.
And, yeah, Nexus of Fate you take here, unless you really want summoning and Demon Spark. That's only, 3. That's not a great amount, you know?
Yeah, if a Screamer's 10,
And that's your cheapest thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that's not super great.
Yeah, unless there's a list somehow that works out that you could guarantee yourself casting 7 spells.
Maybe.
Which is not out of the question.
Yeah, but then is the payoff you get 3 Screamers worth it?
I mean, there is a command trait that people took before that was so many unit of Screamers. That might have been a unit of 6, though, not 3, so I don't know.
That sounds way better.
Yeah, it sounds twice as good.
Way more than twice as good. That sounds, hang on. That sounds...
oh, you're doing the math of 17 points more.
6 times better?
Yeah.
Roughly?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's half as good as that with extra steps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Yeah, I'm not convinced on this one either, but...
Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah. I bet you it's the same name as the previous one.
Yeah. I'm not sure. But... Alright. Overall,
anyway.
We have some good command traits here. But I'm not blown away like I was with the Sylvaneth book.
Sure. But,
that's
I mean... I think spells are where we're at with them, right? So
oh yeah, for sure.
Let's see what they got for spells. Yeah.
Artifacts first, though, I guess. Yep.
Sure. Artifacts.
All right.
Let's go.
These are for the humans. All right. I guess I'm dry brushing with the tiny brush, which is unfortunate, but yeah, well.
Sometimes you have to do it.
Mm-hmm. I just don't know where my dry brush went. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Change blade. Pick one of the weapons. And if you kill an enemy hero with that weapon, they become a chaos spawn.
Oh, okay.
That's hilarious, right?
Yeah. If you kill an enemy hero with it, you said?
Yep.
Okay, that sucks because that just happens so rarely.
Yeah.
There's your Path to Glory one.
There's your Path to Glory one.
That one's amazing in a low point Path to Glory. Holy shit.
Mm-hmm.
You just, like, have your changeling just go fucking seek someone out.
You chase him
Take him down, get a spawn. So not only did you take their guy down, but now you have a spawn to boot. Like, whew.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
That's like a 10% point swing in Path to Glory, but...
It's pretty big, yeah.
I think you have more reliable ways of spawning here, but you know what?
I guess there's a thing.
In a command, this is fun. This is a fun one. I really like that. Competitively, I don't see it.
No.
Yeah.
Agree.
Next one is, this one's kind of cool, is the Time Slip Pendant. And you're going to say, oh, this should be a Khorne one, and sure. Once per battle, in the combat phase, after the bearer has fought for the first time, you can say they are using the Time Slip Pendant. If you they do not count as having fought in this phase, but they get the Strike Last effect.
Yeah. What? Why does Tzeentch have that?
Double combat?
Yeah. Huh?
Yeah, because they're like time manipulating or whatever.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
If they got to shoot twice, that would make more sense. Probably too powerful, but...
You don't like this?
I mean, no, it's okay. It's probably good.
How dare you?
Oh, very good,
Khorne
even.
Relic.
Yeah. Basically. But, it's like, wait, I know another army that should have that and doesn't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know, like, there's going to be value in that somewhere.
Probably.
And it's not... Yeah, there's a command trait in Fire Slayers that's this. It's not going to be nearly as good.
No.
And Daughters of Cain can do this, and it's not going to be nearly as good in that here as it is in those armies. But you know what? Like, double combat's still probably fine. And I feel like if you really want a command entourage with a relic, like, this could be a decent relic to take. But I don't think it's like...
It definitely depends on what the melee looks like in the book.
Yeah.
For who can use it. Yeah, right?
Mm-hmm. But I guess, like, also, every melee gets a little bit better because you can put fate dice into it.
I mean, yeah,
and
that's
if they're
true.
Hit on threes, you don't even need to use, like, a good one to do it.
But what do their saves look like?
A lot of 4-ups.
Those aren't too bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not convinced.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's just something a little off in this whole book, and
you're
gonna see it too.
Yeah, what are these weird melee things going on here?
Right?
Like, okay. I mean, I thought Tzeentch was like spell slinging and like shooting.
Yeah, and hiding, yeah. Maybe they want to change that a little bit, yeah.
Maybe. Okay, so wait, we got to remember the Arcanites too, right?
Yeah.
But no, the Zangor Shaman just sucks.
Yeah, with his one attack.
Yeah, it's fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
Because it doesn't apply to the discs.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
I don't know.
These are going on like the Curseling or the Augured Thaumaturge.
Yeah, that's like it. Yep.
Yeah.
Agree.
And there's like some good mortal heroes, but like they're not there for damage.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Weird. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Demon Heart. Once per battle, you pick one enemy within 1 inch of the bearer, and they suffer a number of mortal wounds equal to the current battle round. Next. I hate that one.
You hate that one? Really?
Yeah, like turn 5, they take 5 damage. Who gives a shit?
5 damage is better than, like, honestly, most of the once per game hero things. Looking at one just the other day that was like, once per game, you can do a D3 mortal wound shooting attack at 8-inch range. It's like, whoop-de. Dude, this one at least it looks like it's got some damage on it.
Yeah, but like, so sometimes. The turns that really matter are like, what, 2 and 3?
Well, I mean,
so this is doing 2 damage and 3 damage?
Yeah.
And like, I guess it's like, maybe you get to save this till turn 5. I don't know. But you got to be within an inch too. It's not like a thing within 9 or a thing within 6.
It's true. You have to be in melee again.
You have to be like not even like coherent like combat range. It's 1 inch.
Yeah, it's like yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I'd ever take this.
No, I agree with you.
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Ambition's End. Once per battle, pick one enemy wizard within 1 inch. Suffer a number of mortal wounds equal to the number of the current battle round. In addition, that wizard cannot attempt to unbind spells until your next hero phase. What is this, like, within an inch crap here?
Yeah,
Really?
I don't know.
Yeah. Like, I feel like
They
they
really,
want you to, like, put your wizards in combat with this book, and I'm not sure that's
I'm
going to
not
play
buying
out.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe when we look at the wizards, you'll be like, Alex, what are you talking about? These are sick. I don't know. I don't see it yet, though.
Wizard within 1 inch. Wait, is this one literally just like a more specific version of the last one?
Yes.
Okay. So far, not super in love with this book.
No. I like the allegiance abilities, and I like a lot of the units. I think we're going to
Yeah.
think the spells are cool, but, like, the command
These
traits are fine, and this is not great.
Yeah, these were You're basically taking whatchamacallit like every time.
Arcane
I feel
Time,
like.
you think?
Yeah.
We'll see the
So
demon
far,
ones.
that's it.
Yeah, but
Yeah, alright, let's get to the demon ones for
Okay.
sure. These are bad.
let's rifle through these quickly.
Okay.
Pick one of the Baron's
For
weapons. Unmodified hit roll for an attack with 6. And you have fewer than 9 destiny dice, you can roll a dice and add it to your destiny pool. That's kind of cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, that
I'm
is
seeing
pretty cool.
something there, yeah.
Yeah, that seems better.
Mm-hmm.
That at least like helps the rest of your army, right?
Yeah.
It's like yeah, okay. I don't hate that one by any stretch of the imagination. That one seems pretty cool.
Yeah, exactly. And, like, you could put it in some piddly chaff that won't kill you. And just, like, farm destiny dice that way.
Yeah, exactly.
And make them come to you. So, like, I see value there.
Yes, I do too. Okay.
Okay.
That one, okay, we immediately got a little better.
Yep. And then the last one, Spiteful Shield. Unmodified save roll for an attack made with the melee weapons that target the bearer of 6. The attacking unit suffers 2 mortal wounds after all of its attacks have been resolved.
Oh.
Yeah.
2, eh?
Yep.
Okay, they immediately got a lot better, actually.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think you want to be in combat, but like, I don't know. That's kind of cool.
This makes it so it sucks to be in combat with them, right?
Yeah. Like, there's definitely, like, an interesting curse-slaying Path to Glory list you can build here.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much it carries in match play, but maybe it does.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, like, maybe the math.
I feel like you're putting it on, like, the small guys that
yeah.
It's just not gonna work. I feel like you're putting too much weight into, like, guys that are probably just gonna die.
It feels like it's gonna work if you're, like, trying to do something to chaff, right? Who are there to, like, hold points. And you're like,
but as soon as they send, like, anything good at it, it's just, they're dead.
Yeah, and maybe you're happy they're sending anything good, though, at your piddly little foot hero, but it's your general, too.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't have to be for this one, but
yeah.
But like, I feel like you're gonna want to combo some of these abilities a little bit.
With these and some spells, maybe the math is just like enough to flip it over into like combat hero territory.
Maybe.
We'll see.
Yeah, I'm not convinced. Someone can prove me wrong. Like, go ahead and prove me wrong.
Right?
That's fine. Yeah. That'd be cool.
Mm-hmm. I'm not in love with these.
Yeah, I feel like it's like they were trying to make like the mortals like a melee army with magic.
Yeah, like a Spellblade kind of deal, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But man, I feel like Spellblades just really never work out great.
Mm-hmm. Watch like the Warcry thing. Just have like this off the wall like 7 base attack hero. Like, oh, all of these make sense now.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Alright, so the demons have the Warpfire Blade, which a hit roll of 6 causes 2 mortal wounds in additions. Which... Does it have to be a melee weapon? Yeah, it has to be melee. Okay.
It's still melee. Stop!
Because I was like, oh, if this could go in the Rod of Sorcery for the Lord of Change, that could be pretty neat, but...
Nope.
Again, like, we're bound by, like, having 4 attacks on a lot of these characters.
Yeah, exactly. Right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not... Yeah.
Like, even if it was, like, a bunch of piddly attack... Oh, my dry brush!
Yay!
Found it. Sick. Alright, anyway, but yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm going to be surprised. I hope so, but... There's a lot of combat stuff. And not a lot of, like, spell stuff that you would think you'd have, right?
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Let's see, next one. Blade of Fate. 6s to hit are Destiny dice. Refill. We liked that one before. We'll like it here.
Yep.
Pyrofire Stav. one of the bear's melee weapons. Wounds inflicted by that are to an enemy wizard, and that model is not slain. That wizard cannot unbind spells for the rest of the battle.
Well, that sounded interesting.
Yep. Which is kind of hilarious. Right? Because I could just see a world where you're like, if Nagash ever gets popular, you fly in like your Lord of Change, you slap him.
Yeah, you slap him and go, no.
Yep.
No more.
Mm-hmm.
That would
That's
be funny.
kind of funny, yeah.
Yeah.
That's so rude.
Still, though, it still says melee.
Yep. I mean, this would be, like, so annoying if it was ranged, though.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Agree. But, like, they came up with a cool effect, but they came up with yet another cool melee effect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe put this on, like, a chariot somewhere.
Maybe they were just really worried about giving Tzeentch, like, the ability to make, like, their spellcasting or ranged attacks more powerful. And this is how they were dealing with it.
Yeah, that might be. You know what,
Or
though?
something like that.
Like, if one of your sections of the book is going to suck, I think the Relics is the best section of your book to suck. And you're going to,
Sure.
alright, I don't need the command entourage now. I can run, like, 2 heroes in all bodies in a battle regiment and actually lose nothing.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because you can just use the Arcane Tome and you're fine.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, even, like, +1, and, like, one more spell is, like, one more summon point, too. So, like, there's actually even synergy there.
Yeah, there's, like, yeah. I think so far that's by, like, just an Arcane Tome is, like, the best thing you can do so far, I think.
Yeah. Probably. Alright, let's see, there's 3 more. Beacon Immutability is add 1 to wound for disciples of Tzeentch units that are wholly within 9 inches of the bearer. So, disciples, yeah, demon units, okay. Add 1 to wound, and there's a melee? Add 1 to wound rolls for attacks, okay.
Ooh, okay, alright, we got somewhere.
Yeah, so the flamer meta.
Yeah, no, exactly, though, right? Like, if that's a thing, like, there you go.
That's a good relic right there.
Yep, absolutely.
I'm gonna say that all 3 of these slap at the end here.
Okay.
9/9 Tome, you can reroll casting, dispelling, and unbinds for this bearer.
Yep, that slaps.
Alright. And then, the last one's the Eternal Shroud. The bearer, yeah, every time you spend a Destiny dice on a 5-up, you get to refill it.
Oh, that slaps.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So they
So Arcane Tome is still good, but like
so
they just like end loaded these real hard.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
But yeah, like the tome's kind of cool, but like you could just say instead of another hero for the battle reg, I'm just gonna bring the cogs right now.
Mm-hmm.
Or like something like that. So, I think you take the first one, the +1 to wound one, or you take the Destiny dice one. Most of the time.
Yeah.
With the tome being pretty cool too. I don't like that it's all on demons and there's not like a mortal one that like I want to take this one.
Any good at all? But yeah. But like you probably want to run your Lord of Change as your general anyway.
Yeah.
So like certainly not the end of the world.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And like the Lord of Change is really good still.
Well, I'm sure it is.
Yep.
Like I don't know nothing about it, but just like I know I want to run my big models as my general, so yeah, so there you go.
Perfect.
Yep.
Alright, yeah, so but at the end of the day, I don't think you run Commander Entourage much in this army. And it's because of the relics.
Agree.
Yeah, great, yeah. Alright, sub-factions. There's 6 of them like in the old book, and the passives are the same, but we just only have the passive now. So all the other stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, so first one is Eternal Conflagration, and it gives all your Flamers and Exalted Flamers an additional rend in shooting. Which, if you want Flamers, which you probably do after reading them, this is a really good sub-faction for that. Also makes your Little Flamers battle line. So I like this one a lot.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
But like again, it's like that thing that Night Hunt have that. Oh, okay, this one specific unit's really good in this sub-faction.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you want to run the unit, run that sub-faction. And like, well, it kind of kills the, like the list build ability a little bit, or like the creativity behind it. But that's probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh well. But yeah, that's the Flamer one. Host Duplicitous.
Okay. We got a Flamer one.
Yeah.
What's next?
Host Duplicitous is enemies within 3 inches of a Host Duplicitous unit with 10 or more models cannot retreat. In addition, once per battle, when a Horrors unit dies, you can roll a dice. On a 4-up, you add another one with 5 models in your army instead of outside of 12, or wholly within 12 of a hero more than 9 from enemy units. So, when your Flamers die, you get another one.
Horrors, right?
Yeah. But a unit of 5 instead of a unit of 10, which is fine. But yeah.
So on a 4-up, you get half. So you get 25% of your Horrors back on average?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. That could add up to a lot of points depending on how many you have.
And the retreat thing isn't, like, bad either.
Yeah, you know what's funny is I had already forgotten about that bit.
Yeah.
So now you said these didn't change at all, though, right?
I don't think so.
Okay. So, like, was this one, like, do we know, like, which ones were played? Like, most?
The next one, the Host Arcanum, was the most played.
Okay.
Yeah. I think, I don't, I still see value in this one.
Sure, yeah.
And I think a lot of them, too, is, like, they had a really good passive and everything else about it sucked. But, like, the one that was played the most had the relic that was the free summon of the Screamers.
Oh, okay,
some
okay.
good stuff, so, like,
sure.
Maybe this will, like, exist on the merit of its own now.
Yep.
Yeah,
No, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it quite translates 1-to-1. But you're gonna hear this one and you're gonna see why people liked it. Host Arcanum. Once per turn in the first, third, and fifth battle round, when a friendly Host Arcanum wizard attempts to unbind, you can choose for the spell to automatically be unbound.
Oh, I can see why people like that one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Interesting the turn limits on that, which is kind of funky, but still, it's very good.
Yeah, I wonder, like, why they did that, right?
It's a Tzeentch thing. They were like, it's his plans.
Yeah, but they could have been, like, 1, 2, 3, or, like, 2 and 4, right?
I think they just... Honestly, to me, it 100% feels like it was a fluffy thing. Like, it's like, oh, Tzeentch's plans are beyond your comprehension. Therefore, it is turn 1, 3, and 5.
You know, you might be right.
You have no idea why.
But I'm gonna, like, have a sliver of, like, design sensibility here.
Okay.
I just want to talk about that a little bit, like, if they did.
Sure, yeah.
So, like, turn 1, I think the idea is they were forcing you to put a hero in range of their Dispel range.
Okay.
So, like, a big strategy is probably, like, you put your heroes outside of their heroes so you can cast spells without getting dispelled. Mm-hmm. And they wanted you to, like, sacrifice that ability for one hero to make sure you can unbind their key stuff.
Okay.
Maybe. Yeah, turn 3, because that's the most pivotal turn in the game. And turn 5, because it doesn't super matter.
Yes, for sure that.
I think that's why. But you're probably right, actually, now that you're saying it. It's just supposed to be random and fun. And lol-tame names. Tzeentch is chaos. Ooh.
I bet you someone came up with it just to be fancy about it, and then they, like, talked about it and were like, oh, actually, you know what, this kind of works, actually, because then it gives, like, a little play on, like, you gotta be careful. You gotta, like, use those spells you really want on the second turn.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, and whatever.
And honestly, that's a really good way of doing it, too.
It's very interesting.
Yeah, that's what do they call it? Top-down design?
I don't know which way that would be. Yeah,
because it's
maybe.
the top, which is, like, the fluff, going back down into the nitty-gritty, which is the rules.
Sure.
Yeah. So, I would say that's top-down. And I like that. Like, it's a flavorful thing, but it's also just good. So, I'm happy with that. But I think all 3 of these are playable. Maybe Host Arcanum is, like, the default, like, all-comers choice, because it doesn't force you into a unit type. But still, like, that's fine.
Yeah, you said they have 6, though, right? So we got 3 more?
We have 3 more. The Cult of Transient Form. So, whenever a Cult of Transient Form Carrick Acolyte model is slain, or in the combat phase, roll a dice. On a 2 to 5, remove the model from the table and it can fight. On a 6, you remove it, and then you add 1 Zangor to a Zangor within 9 inches.
Oh, that's so fluffy.
Yep.
I don't know if it's good, but it's fluffy.
I mean, so like Zangors have bonuses on the charge, right? I'm pretty sure we saw that in their War Scroll.
I can't remember if I'm
Yeah,
being honest.
I'm pretty sure
Sorry.
they do. So I
Okay.
like the idea of like you screen with your Carrick Acolytes and they're shooting and stuff. They come and they charge your Carrick Acolytes. They all die. You add 1 or 2 to the Zangor units and then they charge in. After getting like slightly buffed and then having a screen to keep them safe so they can get the charge bonuses off.
And I assume
if
you're adding 1 also, right? Like, aren't there Zangors that are better?
Does it say Zangor?
Like,
it says Zangor host specifically.
Zangor host?
Yes.
Oh no, I meant like in a Zangor unit, right?
Yeah.
You can run a bunch of different types of Zangors.
Oh, so you can put more of a great weapon?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think you probably can, which actually is very interesting.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, you said these didn't change, so it's probably already been done before. So I don't know.
But yeah, honestly, like that's cool.
Yeah.
Like if you like both the units, and if you got the start collecting box that gives you both the units.
Yep.
Like this is like an obvious like I want to try this.
Yeah.
There's an obvious like narrative that's cool. There's an obvious play pattern that actually sounds decent. Too good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we like both the units, then this is awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm a fan of this one.
It sounds fun.
It's probably not the most competitive, right?
Yeah, probably not.
But yeah, that's cute though. I like it.
Yeah.
Profane Cult. What's this one? Add 1 to hit
just
rolls.
To go back to that previous one real quick. Like I know like Ravagers are never played, but like in Slaves to Darkness, but they're like one of my favorites. Yeah. And that one almost sounds kind of like that, right? Like like there's a lot of play there. Yeah, it's not the best one by any stretch, but like there's a lot of fun things you can probably do with it.
Dude, I played Legion of Blood like at the tournament. That's the one that everyone says sucks ass. Like
right, exactly.
You can make it work. It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you think about it and you have a reason why you want this specific thing in your list.
Yeah. And like maybe you're not gonna maybe you're not running the most competitive list, but you're probably running some people other people don't expect, and you have a good reason for it. Mm-hmm. Like you playtest with it a bunch and really know what you can do, like you'll be fine.
And I think playstyle is way more important in this game than actual like default the best in a lot of ways.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Like yeah, sure. For the best players out there, that you run the best list and you know it, you know how to play it, you can play anything. Like sure, obviously you're gonna run that, but anyway, tangent.
Yeah, but I think this is good enough to run, and I think it could do very well too. Like if you really want both those units, like it's a very powerful one. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah, like getting to fight when you die is actually quite good.
Oh yeah.
Now, does it have the stipulation that if they didn't already fight, you get to fight with them, or can they fight twice?
They can fight twice.
Oh, very nice.
Yep.
Okay, yeah, there's definitely something there.
They're not great at fighting, but it's free.
Yeah, it's free, right? And they're probably really cheap units.
Yeah, they're like 110.
Yeah.
10, yeah.
For how many?
For 10.
For 10? Okay, yeah.
Yeah. They're sweet. Yeah, I like them. Pyrophane Cult?
That sounds more like my style.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I could see me running that too, to be honest.
Yeah. Anyway, alright, let's move on.
Pyrophane Cult. Add 1 to hit rolls for attacks made with Sorcerous Bolts by Carrick Acolytes. In addition, at the end of the shooting phase, roll a dice for each unit that suffered wounds made by the Sorcerous Bolts from the units. And on the 5-up, they suffered D3 mortal wounds. So their Pyro Bolts are they're 1 attacks. I think they're 4s, rend none, and the spell makes them rend 1 damage.
Okay.
So if you did damage on a 5-up, they do D3. So if you're running MSU of those guys, this probably has some value.
Sure.
This is the least appealing one in my opinion right now, but
I think I agree with you on that, yeah.
Yeah, but again, I don't think it's embarrassing.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
And then the last one is the fun one, the Gilda Summoners. You might be familiar with this one.
Definitely.
So, the first, you can't summon anything from the table except for the Lord of Change.
That's the Lord of Change, yep, there it is.
Yeah, and you summon one at 9, and then the next one at 18, and then the rest are at... Oh, this one's a little different. The rest are at 18, so... It used to be the rest are at 27, but no, it's just 18 from here on out.
So you get 1 at 9, and the rest at 18?
Yep.
Ooh.
So maybe that's the point for the Demon Spark, right?
Yeah, hang on. Yeah, hang on.
Mm-hmm.
Demon Spark doesn't look so bad anymore.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you can probably get your first lore to change like turn 1
Yeah,
pretty easily.
gonna do a spoiler alert. They have Lore Master, so they know
Yeah,
all of their spells and their lore, and then so that
yeah.
means you can have them come equipped with a generic one too when you summon it. So
I'm
you're
equipped
gonna
with a
be able to
genetic.
summon or spend all those spell slots.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So like you could summon one and like, oh, it has flaming weapon. Now this one has levitate, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's value here.
Oh yeah.
This one's fun. I think it's gonna be. I think this is gonna be one like somebody does well in an event with, but you're not gonna see commonly. You know?
I mean, it sounds pretty good. That's a lot of power. I don't know.
Yeah. We'll look at the War Scroll and we'll see it from there.
Yeah.
What we think, but
I suppose basically what it's getting you is 2 Lords of Change for the price of 1, right?
yep,
And then like if you happen to get more points after that, then it can get you even more. But they also like feed themselves,
they do.
right? So yeah, I don't know. That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it depends on like how reliably it plays, and I'm not one to judge that, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know enough
I think
about
at the
the
very
army.
least, there's going to be a lot of fun games around this ability.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
But also you have to buy a lot of Lords of Change, which
Yeah.
kind of sucks.
I feel like if this was my only army, I'd do like a bunch of creature caster stuff.
Oh, sure,
And I'd
yeah,
have like a
definitely.
very dedicated like story about
Yep,
it.
that
Yeah.
would be really cool, actually. Like, yeah, like for me, like I don't want to get another Bloodthirster because I want like alternate ones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. And if you had this in like Corn, like you could go ham.
Oh my god, that would be.
Mhm.
I would have so many Bloodthirsters if I had this ability.
Yep.
You bet your butt.
Alright. Favorite ones, least favorite ones here? Actually, let's just do favorite ones, because I think they all have play. I like the Flamer
Yeah,
one because I just like Flamers.
sure.
And I think like adding one rend on like a ranged option is always good.
Yep.
Um I think the Cult of Transient Form is really fun. I think the Gilda Summoners is really fun.
Oh, yeah, Gilda Summoners. Oh, yeah. If I was running the army, I would probably be doing that one. But then
Yeah.
again, I kind of like Mortals a lot in a lot of ways. So like
Mm-hmm.
that one that we stopped and talked about for like a year, I kind of like that one too.
Yeah, turn the Carrick Acolytes into
Into Zangors.
Zangors. Yeah.
Yeah, there's just like something I like about that.
Yeah, that's the transient form. I would run that too.
Okay.
I'd have a lot of fun with that. Because
Yep.
there's like an obviously good play pattern there too, with like screening and then just bolstering and then
Yep.
charging in.
Screen
Yep.
and then blast away.
Yep.
I don't like how it seems to encourage you to have to like get make extra of like a specific type of weapon for them.
Yeah.
Because like there's probably gonna be one that's better. Which not my favorite, but like at the same time, like you probably what you probably do is you just have an extra unit of Zangors and you'll like use the Great Blades first or whatever the best one is. I don't remember what it's called.
Yeah.
For melee. And then like after that it's like, yeah, whatever. I'll just add the next best thing.
And I guess when we get there, we can talk about what we think too.
Yep. Sounds
Sick.
good.
Yeah. Oh well, alright. Spell lores. So we'll start with the mortal ones first. Arcane Suggestion. This one's really good. Casting value of 8. Range of 18. But you have like pluses in this army, so that's not terrible. And
Sure.
then like rerolls.
Yeah, it's not like yeah.
So you pick one of 3 options. You pick it's hopeless, drop your weapon, or kneel. It's hopeless.
Ooh.
This unit cannot receive commands until your next hero phase.
Wow.
Which
Okay.
is really sweet. Like think about how much spells like Mortal Wound Blast, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could just like shit all over a unit and then be like, all right, you can't take morale. Or you can't do Inspiring Presence, rather. Yeah.
That's true.
So,
I actually really enjoyed that ability on the Chaos Legionaries today.
Yeah, it's
where
great.
they can turn it off. Yeah, they turned it off for some Witch Elves, which
Mhm.
was reasonable anyway.
Yeah, and I could tell you like how many times I played a game with Night Haunt and like, oh, you can't Inspiring Presence here, and people are like, that's so fucking broken. It's not, but
No,
it feels bad.
but yeah, it feels bad, especially when you're like, oh no, I don't have to play that phase of the game, and now it's like, Shit, I actually have to roll. That sucks.
Yep.
Yep.
And yeah, so that's cool. Drop your weapon. It subtract 1 from hit and wound rolls until your next hero phase.
That's pretty good. Now, is this for any unit? Or that you can target with it?
Humans know it, and any unit with an 18.
No, I mean the targets.
Yeah, the target's any with an 18.
Oh, any with 18. Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
And then the last
That's
one
very
is
good.
Kneel, which is -1 to save.
I think all of those have like very good uses.
Yeah, I have
right?
a feeling
Depending on what you're doing.
your list is gonna want one of those the most, and then spam it.
Yeah.
But, like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, if you want flamers, I think you're gonna make them kneel a lot. If you have like a lot of spell damage, you're gonna say, "Hey, no command abilities."
Yep.
Or if you're like, "Oh, that thing's gonna come and ruin my day," or even like having that option is really cool too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
This one's great.
Yeah, like you can like just completely nerf some units. Like, can you imagine what are clan rats are force, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Can you imagine them on fives? Like, oops, all your damage just completely evaporated on that unit.
I can't tell you how many times too I had like -1 to wound versus Daughters of Cain, and their horde of witch elves coming in with their like damage 2, rend 1, mind razor, and then they're just like, "Oh, I'm wounding on 5s? Shit." It's like, okay, 3 of them went through.
Yep.
It's like, bro, you had 30 attacks. What's going on? Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's good. Yeah, it's very good.
Yeah, anything with like that hits or wounds on 4s is just getting like severely hurt by this.
Or if it's both, yeah.
Those are definitely the best targets for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, like this is a spell that does it all.
Yep.
Fantastic. All right. Shield of Fate, this one changed. This was the one that like eventually like had the reroll saves that they put on Arcane, which is why they like nerfed him in Tzeentch Arcane so hard.
Oh yeah, okay.
So what it does now is if you have 1 to 3, all right, pick a unit with an 18. I think they're all with an 18. Casting value 6. If you have 1 to 3 Destiny dice, they get a 6 upward. If you have 4 to 6 Destiny dice, they get a 5 upward. And if they have a 7 to 9 Destiny dice, they get a 5 upward and a 4 up spell ignore.
Oh wow.
That's cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and like you just protect a key unit.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that one a lot.
That's pretty freaking sweet.
Yep. And like,
all right, we'll take. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say that I think getting the 5 upward is better than the rerolling saves on most things in this book, because you have like 5 up saves anyway, and it's just worse on things like an Arcane ally who's like going to be on a 2 up, unrenderable rerolling because of the save stacking, right?
Yeah.
So the situations where this is or rerolling saves is better, it's just toxic.
Yeah.
And now, like, I think for the most cases, the 5 ups are better. So this is like a win for everything. So that's cool. I like that ability a lot too. That's a good spell.
Yeah. So I decided to do the fur in the blue color that I did for like the hair on like some of the guys.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Oh man, I love how that looks.
Me too.
That's like roughly the color of like Bellacor's sword and stuff too. And I'm a fan.
It's so good. Yeah.
I think it gives them some life and some like character.
I was gonna comment on that too. Yeah, it's really nice. Let's see. Glimpse the future. Casting value 7. If you get it, get a Destiny dice. Okay, that's nice. Not really much to say there, I don't think. Huh?
I mean, I feel like a lot of these, because you have Lore Master on your Lords of Change, right? Like,
so this is the mortal spells.
Oh, mortal spells. Oh, okay.
But you'll have Lore Master on your Gaunt Summoner.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Okay, so that's definitely a consideration, though. Those are good.
Yeah, so like you have all of these usually. Yeah.
Yeah.
And the Gaunt Summoners are sick now.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I liked them before, but now they're just like, I think you always take one.
So interestingly, they are in Slaves to Darkness too.
Yep.
So that's something to consider.
And I guess that's something with Coalition too to consider. Is like we're going to be looking at this book again as soon as the Slave to Darkness and the Nurgle one too, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, that could change everything for all of those armies involved.
Yep.
Let's see. Arcane Infusion, or Infusion Arcanum rather. Casting value 5. on the caster, they get +1 to hit and wound until your next hero phase. But see,
Want to hit and wound on the caster?
Yes. So like maybe like with the command trait, the relic, and this, maybe like the Curseling's actually like a combat masher that like it's just hard to
like,
see
maybe.
separate, right? Like I don't know.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll get to the Curseling.
Yeah.
We'll see what it looks like.
Ogre Thaumaturs, yeah.
But... Or did it change actually from what we did see? To be fair, I don't remember.
It went back to very close to what it was before Arcane Cataclysm.
Oh, weird.
Weird indeed.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll take a look.
Yep. Alright. Treacherous Bond. This one's really cool, too. Casting value 5, range of 9. You pick a Tzeentch mortal unit, and that unit... So whenever the hero takes damage, that unit takes it for him on a 3-up. So it's like a bodyguard with infinite range after you cast it.
Oh, it's kind of cool.
Yeah. I like that, yeah.
Yeah.
And it'll keep your combat hero safe for when he tries to jump in and fight.
Yeah, see, there's a thing here. There's the thing, we swear.
There's some... It's... Yeah, right? Like, I feel like they think there's a thing, and I'm not sure.
I'm not sure if there's actually a thing, but, like, yeah, maybe they pushed it hard enough.
Yeah. And I guess we'll see after playing. That's something you'd only see after playing.
Oh, yeah.
You can do all the magical Christmas land math that you want, but...
Yeah.
Yeah, oh well.
Or you're really good at the game and can, like, just see it ahead of you.
Yeah.
What's gonna happen, because you're that good. But, spoiler alert, I'm not.
Yep, I'm not there yet.
Oh, that takes a lot.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, I'm excited to see how combat goes with this book. It might be good. Last spell is Bolt of Tzeentch, which is on both floors. And you can't cast it twice even though it's on both floors. So they have a note there, which is nice. Casting value 7, range of 18, d6 damage.
Oh, there you go.
Yep.
D6 damage is very swingy.
Mm-hmm.
But could be super good.
Yep. I agree.
Yeah. That's just like the solid like damage spell right there that they wanted.
Yeah, exactly. And I think because like the Lords of Change like native spell, and some of the native spells are just like pretty good damage.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can like combine all these elements to have a very damaging or magic phase too.
Yeah.
Which I think only this army can do. Like maybe
yeah.
I guess if you count Nagash, then all of Death can do it. But it's only combat phase really, because he has to charge.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, like Lumineth can kind of do it.
Yeah, with like Teclis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, this is different, I think. Yeah. For sure.
The only Nod God army.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, that's a very good list of spells right there.
I think so.
Like, I think every single one of them, like, yeah, I could see myself taking this. And then you don't have to, because you have them all. You have Lore Masters.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lore of Change, this is the demon only.
Okay.
Alright, Treason of Tzeentch is cast value 7, range of 8. Pick one enemy unit that has 2 or more models and is wholly within range, invisible to the caster. Roll a number of dice equal to the amount of models in the unit. For each 6, it's a mortal wound. And then subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made by that unit until your next hero phase.
Oh, that's a spicy little addition.
Yeah, so it's a horde thinner and then like a debuff.
And like kind of knocks them out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like,
okay.
You probably have -1 to hit on your demons already, but that gets them out of all attack range. And it protects your mortals, so like it encourages synergy too, which is cool.
Yep.
But yeah, like a horde thinner is, especially when you have Lore Master, like that's a cool thing to have in your lore.
Yeah, exactly. Matters. Like,
yeah,
right. Yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like, all right, I want this now, and like, but you don't want to like pick it on somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
Specifically, right? Yeah, you're only gonna use like that on your Lord of Change for sure.
Yeah, and it's like 18 inches, and it's not like per model basis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which, yeah, very cool. Unchecked Mutation. So, casting value 6, range of 18. Pick one enemy unit. They suffer D3 mortal wounds. And if any models are slain by this spell, roll a dice on a 3-up, they get D3 additional mortal wounds. This doesn't keep going, it's just potentially 2d3 mortal wounds.
Honestly, that's better than the
bolt.
Than the bolt, yeah. Like in certain circumstances, for sure. But like against anything that's like anything 1 wound is for sure better.
Yeah.
And
anything
2 wound
probably.
2 wound probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Even 3 wound, I'm curious the math there. No, it's probably.
Well, the thing is too is like, what if they're at 1 wound anyway?
Probably.
Right. Like I could tell you times where like Reignor cast Wraithstorm, which is very similar to this, and hit a Blight King.
Mm-hmm.
And then killed one, and then killed another one with D3 mortal wounds because they had 1 wound left.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So like it's not even against 1 wound models. It's like 1 wound remaining models. So that's kind of cool.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if you'd hit it with some. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Let's see. Fold Reality. This one's weird. Casting value 7, range of 18. Pick a Tzeentch demon unit. On a 1, that unit is slain. On a 2-up, return that many models to that unit.
A unit is slain?
Yep.
Okay, that one's weird, yeah.
Yeah.
So like basically like you got a unit of horrors that's like really depleted, and then all of a sudden a bunch of horrors are back.
Yeah, D6 of them. Yep. I could see
yeah,
that,
actually,
or like screamers. If like there's one left, you're like, okay, well they're gonna die anyway. Okay, now they're full. Okay, cool.
Wait, that's returning models, right? You
Yep.
said. Well, hang on. That actually sounds. Is that actually bonkers? What's the casting value of that?
7.
7? And you get pluses to cast, right?
You get pluses to cast, and you can Destiny dice to just make it what you want.
Oh, you can Destiny. Can you Destiny dice that roll?
No.
Okay, you can't Destiny dice that roll. Okay.
Correct.
Because that would be absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Because I'm just thinking of like, you're in a horror unit, right? You're down to Brimstone Horrors or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden you have 6 pink horrors back in that unit. Like, for the cost of a 7 cost spell.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that sounds insane.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah. Now, on average, no, but like, at the same time, like, you know, like, average what, 3.5 back? Like, that sounds pretty solid for just a spell.
What is that?
Okay, I guess you're not actually averaging
9
3.5
wounds?
back.
Yeah.
So
But
yeah,
3.5,
right?
you're getting
Exactly.
9 wounds back, which is decent. They are like
I mean,
a 5
do you know
save.
of anything else that can pop? Do you know of any other spell that gets like that much back? Like,
No.
they're few and far between.
I see flat 3s in Soul Blight.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I guess you actually have to catch something that's like low or is lost models but hasn't been killed outright. So that's a little hard to do, I suppose. There is definitely something to be said for that.
I don't think it's bonkers, but I think it's very good.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It might be bonkers, though. We'll see.
I don't know. But like the Brimstone Hearts also, you don't like care as much if they all die either. So like,
yeah,
something to be said there
I think
too.
that's the thing that like keeps it in check. Because if it just worked, like it probably would be upsettingly good.
Yeah, it'd be too good. Yeah.
But like,
but then again, I don't know. I think it only keeps it in check because you won't want to risk it.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But if we go with the theory, like, but if you get it, it's actually bonkers.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Then it is, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this one you have to play and see for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it might just be that like that situation doesn't work out well enough most of the time.
I mean, yeah, we thought Rancid Visitation from the Nurgle book was going to be like broken, and it hasn't been. So.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I like this as a rule. I kind of like that it dies. There's like nothing you can do about it if that happens.
Yep.
So like you're only going to do it when you're like kind of desperate for the unit necessarily. Or if you feel like you can sacrifice the unit.
Yeah. So then it's like a super good rally, right?
Yes.
For the cost of a spell.
Instead of a command point.
Yeah.
Which you value your command points more in this book, I think, because you have so many spells.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Good.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Tzeentch Firestorm. So you pick a unit within 12, casting value 8, and roll 9 dice, and each 6 is D3 mortal wounds.
Yeah. How many do you roll?
9.
Is it 9?
Yeah.
9. Okay, that makes sense. Each 6 is a mortal wound, you said?
Yeah. Or D3 mortal wounds.
Oh, okay. Alright, hang on, that's better.
Yeah.
Okay, so you get like 1 or 2, 1.5 on average, right?
Yeah.
So average 3 damage?
Yeah, average 3 damage and then very swingy.
But yeah, very swingy. Very swingy. Yeah.
It's cute.
Yeah.
People ran this one a lot. They're going to run it again. Especially now that you're lore master, you don't need to choose it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Damage. Damage is good. Damage kills things and helps or makes it harder for your opponent to score.
Yeah. And then Bolt of Tzeentch again. There we go.
Yep. We've done it.
Alright.
Very
so
powerful
you know what?
spell lore, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So you know what's funny?
What's that?
Is I looked at the clock and went, oh, 7:46. That's not bad. We've only been doing this. 8:46. Wait, that actually says 8:46.
Oops, yeah. We somehow go way too long with these every time.
Every time.
Yeah.
I didn't even think we were this time, but no.
Yeah, I
no,
thought we were going
it.
through pretty fast. Like, huh, nope.
Yeah, me too.
No,
no, we're
idiot.
not.
Yeah, oh well.
Yeah.
We can rifle through some of these horror scrolls.
Sure. I don't think I'll know enough about them to like judge them anyway.
Grand
right?
strategies I don't care about. The only ones I want to mention real quick is Summon the Lord of Changes one. Way easier in the Gilda Summoners.
Oh, that's just a freebie.
Yeah, and then you have a grand strat here, which is have a total of 9 in your Destiny dice pool by the end of the game. And I think that one's just too easy to get. I stopped doing this. Ban these if you're a TL.
Is that too easy to do?
You think?
I feel like you're gonna want to spend your Destiny dice. So like having 9 is actually kind of tough.
But you can just like cast a spell and pull them back all the time. And you have like heroes that bring them back all the time, you know?
Oh, maybe. I guess I don't really. I think that's a play and find out kind of thing.
Yeah.
Because I feel like you're gonna want to be using them too throughout the game, so you're not like that's one of your powerful things.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, I think that one's a maybe.
That one's a maybe.
In my
okay,
book.
I think it's gonna be big, but we'll see.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And the rest of them, they're probably good. I don't want to talk about them.
Sure.
And then you have this core battalion, which is Kairos and 3 Lords of Changes, and you get a strategist. Don't care.
Moving on.
Yeah, Kairos.
I don't even know which one strategist is.
You get the extra command once per game in your hero phase.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I just don't see you ever bringing 4 Lords of Changes. Seeing as they're 400 apiece.
Oh. Yeah, that's a big old don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's see what we got here. Kairos. Moves 12, 16 wounds, 4 up save, 10 bravery. He's got a decent melee attack profile. Not great. The problem is like his sword is hitting on 4s. It is 3 damage with both rend 1. But then you have the spell that reduces rend. Like, he's okay.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they're... Yeah. Both of the Lords of Chains are triple casters. And they both have that special rule where you roll 2... When you cast, you take your lower dice and make it match your higher dice.
Oh, wow. Roll. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, like, a lot of these 8 and 9s are just way easier to do.
Yeah.
Especially when you can make one of the dice the roll that you need with the Destiny dice.
Yeah, you can just make it a... Basically, that's your use for 3s and 4s, right?
Yeah.
Your Destiny pool. Just ensuring that when you don't have it.
They have an 18-inch bubble of +1 to cast in Lore Master.
Oh, and so they get +1 to cast, not he also?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Not them. Everybody with an 18 of them. So including them. But also everybody else.
Well, yeah. Yeah, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does that... I assume... Oh, no. Because it's the same aura, so it does not stack, right?
Correct.
Okay, that's good.
Yep. Oh, wait, actually. What does it say? All casting and unbinding rules for friendly Tzeentchian wizards while they're wholly within 18 inches of this unit. So if it's like the Curlgast, it will stack.
Oh.
Yeah.
You just put 2 of these next to each other and they get +2. That doesn't sound right, but, like, maybe.
I mean, the Curlgast stacks the way it's written, right? And it's just not...
okay.
It's like within... And, like, if you look at the Skaven, the Screaming Bell, it says within 13 inches of a unit with this ability.
Oh, okay, I see.
But a lot of things aren't written that way.
Mm-hmm.
And like they should be.
Yeah.
Like I think that should just be evergreen. Of like if it has the same name, you only get affected by it once. But
I thought that I could have sworn that was evergreen, but I might be misremembering.
I think it was in second. I don't think
Oh,
it's
and they
in the
got
books.
rid of it?
Yeah, I guess so.
What the heck? That's weird.
Not
All
good
right.
either. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, they got rid of that
Okay.
rule
All
and
right.
put miscast in for some reason. That's fun.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, anyway.
Yeah.
So, let's assume... Yeah, I don't. Yeah. So, pulsing
Okay.
to cast. Let's see. It's an interactive and guaranteed. It should stack. Yep, that's what I thought. Okay, cool. Yeah, we have a chatter here, so thanks for that.
Okay, yeah.
At the start of your hero phase, if this unit is on part of your battle, or if this unit's on the battlefield, and you have fewer than 9 Destiny dice, you can add a Destiny dice to your pool. So this replaced a rule that let you change one dice roll to be whatever you wanted once per game, including your opponent's dice roll.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, so you could like turn their charge that was supposed to be like a 6-inch into like a whatever you want. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh, you rolled a single one, did you? Well,
Yep.
actually, you rolled 2.
Yep, exactly. And you
Yeah.
can just deny so much. So that's gone. And I think a lot of like competitive players are gonna like be much more grim about that, but
Sure,
that's
yeah.
probably fine.
Yeah, Tzeentch is probably dead now. All right.
Yeah. Kairos might be, I don't know, in competitive play.
Sure.
We'll see.
I didn't even know if he was run.
Yeah, he was like the cornerstone of the army.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah,
okay. Yeah, shows how much I know about this army.
Yep. And so the other rule he had too was his unique spell. They got rid of it, and it used to be a flat 6 mortal wounds, and if it killed a hero, it turned him into a spawn. So you just like spell portal and just like shot damage all over it.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly. Kairos is less toxic now, so that's nice. But like I don't know. I still really like the extra Destiny dice a turn thing. That's probably still fine.
Sure.
I'm still powerful.
Yeah.
So they both have Infernal Gateway, which you roll 9 dice, and then for each roll above like the table they have. So like it starts at a 3 up and it keeps going until it's down to 6 up at the lowest bracket. It's a mortal wound. What's up? Okay, yeah. And then
Just thinking about this.
oh, okay. And then both of the Lords of Changes have a very funny rule called Spell Thief. So Kairos used to automatically dispel endless spells near him, like once per turn. But now they don't have that anymore, and they have a rule called Spell Thief that says if you dispel an endless spell, you just gain control of it instead.
Ooh, interesting.
Yep. The only
Can you choose to do that?
Yes, you could choose to do that or dispel it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is that's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
And like that's so Tzeentchian too.
You spell thief. You're a spell thief.
Yeah.
That's exactly. It's perfect. Perfectly named.
Yeah. And I agree too that like I think it would have been better if like Kairos had his own spell instead of the same one that the Lord of Change has. Because now he's like 35 points more. And he's got like 2 wounds, like a tiny bit better of a combat profile in that Destiny dice rule. So I don't know if he's bringing enough different to the table. So I suspect if you want one Lord of Change, you just bring the unnamed one. And if you want 2, you bring Kairos. Also.
Well, if it's 35 points, like, I think it depends on like how much wiggle room you have.
Yeah.
Right.
But like we saw, like the demon relics were the only good relics in this book.
Oh yeah, and he can't actually take those.
Yeah.
So yeah.
My meteors are safe. Yep. The meteors are safe for now. But yeah, I think, and then like the 2 extra wounds is like not for nothing. Like it's not amazing, but like it's something too.
Yeah.
And like I think he's aggressively costed enough that he will be played. It's just like it's the same problem we have with like a lot of the unnamed characters, where it's just like you always take them because you want the relics with them.
Right.
Yeah. But I think if you take 2, you definitely want one of each. But I think you just take the normal Lord of Change.
Yeah, if you're just taking one.
Yeah, and then
that makes sense.
So they have the same Spell Thief, and the same like +1 to cast aura.
Yep.
Oh, actually, Lord of Change is a level 2 wizard. And Kairos
Ooh,
is
okay.
3rd level wizard.
That's different. Yeah.
So that's actually huge.
Oh, that's a good point,
You
too,
know,
if you want to use the dice grand
yeah,
strategy.
I
It's
was just
plus
gonna say,
Kairos.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. All right, so
Okay,
maybe
actually, yeah, suddenly he's sounding a lot better.
yeah, exactly. So maybe I was wrong there, but like the more I think about it, the more I think I do like him. But I think a lot of people are going to be very upset that he lost the ability to just kill whatever hero he wanted and make a spawn in the middle of their army, which
Yeah, he lost his toxic abilities. Yeah.
Yeah. But I agree, like I wish he had his unique spell to be like, if you're in, like the greatest demon of Tzeentch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He should have
I see
something
the argument.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah, agree.
And like they could have done what they did with Prince Forge Dry and just make it D6 instead of 6. And it probably would have been a worse spell actually, so I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I see the point, but I don't think it's like a nail in the coffin for him whatsoever.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, Lord of Change has 1 less cast, doesn't he? 2? And I think Kairos is 3 here. Yeah, so Lord of Change has 1 less cast.
Okay, yeah. So that's a big difference.
Yeah. For 35 points? Okay. Alright, I'm back on board.
Actually. Yeah.
I'm back on board.
Same.
Alright.
It's at least a slightly interesting decision.
Yeah. So the God Summoner got wildly different too, and I think for the better. So he used to be able to summon a free demon with him. And so now what he does instead is he takes up to 2 units with him and like Deep Strike, and he summons them from the Silver Tower.
That's cool.
So they're not free, but like Deep Strike's obviously good.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's 275 on disc, 235 not on disc. And the disc is just like extra attacks and movement. Which
so
the
specifically...
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, go. I was going to say, specifically, who can he Deep Strike? Does it have a restriction?
Yeah. Friendly Tzeentch unit that is not a monster.
Friendly Tzeentch. Okay.
So I guess
if I'm running him in Slaves to Darkness, it's...
Mark of Tzeentch stuff. That's not a monster.
Okay.
Yeah. Which honestly, like, that might be better to like just drop Chaos Warriors in the middle of the field. Instead of like a unit of like 10 Bloodletters. Right?
Yeah. But also, like... Mark of Tzeentch is not... Okay. That's not a monster, you said, or a hero?
Not a monster.
Just not a monster. Okay, so we're not deep striking Archaon. Got it. Okay.
Yep.
Fair enough. That would have been cool.
Yeah. Archaon does not go in the Silver Tower.
No.
He will not allow it.
No, he will not. But you could deep strike Vanguard.
Yeah.
I don't know. Is there something
you could
there,
deep
maybe?
strike 12 Vanguard. Or what's 9 times 2 is 18 in Everchosen.
That would be a lot.
You could put 2 units in reserve, yeah.
No, you couldn't. Well, I don't think you could actually do it. You couldn't do 18 in Everchosen because, well, okay. Technically, you can. However...
Are you saying points won't allow?
Yeah, points won't allow because you're going to have Archaon,
yeah.
for sure. So, yeah, I don't think points will allow, but...
You're probably right.
Ooh, but you could deep strike in your, in... What's it called? Knights of the Empty Throne. You could deep strike in your hero version.
Yeah?
I don't know, maybe there's something there.
Yeah. Wrong book, but yeah.
Yeah, wrong book,
like, that's
sorry.
Kinda cool.
Yeah. I'm talking about the book I know.
Yeah. But, like, yeah. And I think you're right there, Loki. Is, I feel like using the new one is that versatile and interesting. He's a huge risk. Because if you get sniped, so does your unit in the Silver Tower.
Yeah, that's very true.
I mean, you can hide them pretty easily behind buildings, probably. But, like, yeah, that's another reason, and, like, the point of, like, yeah, you want this book to be Battle Regiment, I think. Because you don't care about your relics. And you want to make sure you know who's going first, right? To keep your things safe.
Yep.
So, I think... Yeah. And it's not like he's that hard to kill. He's like 6 wounds on a 4-up save.
Yeah, that's pretty easy to snipe out.
He gets +1 to casting. He's a lore master, which is cool.
Yep.
And also, once per game, if you roll 2 dice, and you can pick up a hero from the table if you roll above their wounds. So, like, if there's a 6-wound hero and you roll a 7, you pick them up and you lock them in the Silver Tower for the game.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. And they can't be returned because they're not slain. They're abducted.
They're abducted.
Yep. Designer's
All right.
note say that. Yeah, that's kind of cute.
It's cute, but also like kind of annoying.
Yeah. So
I don't know.
whenever you play Tzeentch and somebody sucks up your hero, the next rule should be after the game's over, you should play a full game of Silver Tower to escape.
That would be funny.
So like it's 40 points for the movement and an extra wound. Oh, and a 4-up save as opposed to a 6-up save. Okay, the disc is very tanky. Weirdly.
Yeah, comparatively.
Yeah, so you always bring the disc.
Yeah. Well, what's the point difference?
40.
What did you say? The point? 40?
Yeah.
Yeah, you always run the disc.
Always on the disc.
That's sad because the actually the foot model is really cool.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Okay, so Fluxmaster is one of the heralds on the little disc. He's okay. I'm not gonna read the attacks on most of these. Yeah, on foot, it's probably gonna have a very difficult place. One cast wizard, once per battle. Okay, so a lot of these things got a thing called Arcane Tome, which is once per battle you can re-roll a casting roll and add 3 to it. And the way it's worded is like you can see it and see that you failed, and then be like, okay, I'm gonna re-roll and add 3 to that roll. Once per game.
Okay.
Which is nice. And then
his
spell,
cool.
Casting value 8, range 18, 1 enemy unit is visible. Roll 9 dice. Each 5-up it's a mortal wound. And if you're a disciple of Tzeentch Army, you get 1 fate point for each 5-up too. So, remember when I said there's ways to get like fate points throughout the book too? Like this is one of them.
Okay.
There's another hero that gives like 3 fate points on a cast, so maybe the Demon Spark has more and more value. But yeah, honestly, like yeah, Fluxmaster's sweet, and I really like him in a lot of these because like it finally feels like these little dumbass foot heroes have a place.
Right.
And like a lot of the Nurgle ones did because they were like a utility piece. But like
Mhm.
Poxmaster didn't because he was like 150 points for like a hero with like a not good spell.
Yeah.
But like this one gets you summoning points. Like it could get you 9.
It's true.
Yeah. Yeah, and then Gilda Summoners, like you're saying too. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, must include in Gilda Summoners, yeah.
I can see it.
Yep.
Good unit. Changeling.
Good unit, but what is that model? Yikes.
He's a silly little guy in a disc.
Oh.
Silly is the keyword here, right?
Yeah, I think you gotta kit bash that guy.
Oh yeah.
Unless I'm just not seeing it. I also can't really tell what the heck's going on.
He's a horror on
yeah.
a disc.
Oh. Yeah, you gotta kit bash that thing, because that's probably like a resin or a metal model. If I was to guess. Sure. Yeah.
Let's see, Changeling. I'm not sure his point. So he can be reserved, deployed off table, and then you can deploy him within 3 inches from enemy units.
Okay.
And
but
then
look at that save.
What's up?
Yeah. Okay. What is it? Okay, keep going.
Yeah, and then so also in your opponent's hero phase, you can pick one unit within 9 inches, and you have their movement, and -1 from hit rolls until your next movement phase.
How close did you have to be to do that?
Oh, actually, so. Oh no, that lasts indefinitely. Okay, I see the point. Okay, so in the hero phase, you can pick one enemy unit within 9 inches of this unit. If you do so until your opponent's next hero phase. Oh, until your opponent's next hero phase. Subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made by that enemy, and have the move characteristic of that enemy unit, rounding up. So, yeah, you deep strike them 3 inches in their back line, and then you say, fuck that thing, which then turns around and kills your Changeling.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, he's a level 2 wizard for 160, so if you don't want to do that, like, that's a pretty good value for a wizard. That might offer you some really good utility.
Yeah, that ability is weird. Like, that's either going to be, like, way too good for some reason, or just, like, completely worthless, right?
I think it's going to be completely worthless.
Yeah, I think so, too.
That's my take on that.
Yep, gut reaction right there. Mm-hmm. Totally useless.
Yeah, but... Yeah, I don't see this. But maybe. Changecaster, level 1 wizard, Arcane Tome. Yeah, casting value 7 spell. Pick an enemy with an 18. Invisible. And subtract 1 from hit rolls for attacks made. Oh, subtract 1 from save rolls for attacks that target that unit. Okay. So you just give minus one rend, basically. Yeah. Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
Actually, you have this, you have Neil. So you can just, rend stack in this book, it looks like.
Yeah, it does seem like that.
Which gives you your value to your foot heroes who are taking all these, melee weapons.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Go get them.
Yeah. Want to do the same as the guy? Yeah. Yeah, Changeling might be good. I'm not sure.
Yeah, level 2 wizard, that's already something, right?
Yeah.
So, maybe. I don't think that special ability is anything to write home about, but he just might be good just because it's level 2 wizard.
Yeah, exactly. And we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep. It might be it's clutch in some matches.
Yeah, I can't think of the situation right now, but
yeah,
I'm sure people that are way better at this game than I am might think of something interesting to do with it.
Yeah. Blue scribes are wildly different than what they used to be. They used to be like a reroll casting bubble, essentially. And so now what they're 160 points, 4 up save, 5 wounds. They know every spell from the human and the demon lore.
Whoa, okay.
Interestingly. 160, they're a level 1 caster. And if it's one of the disciples, each unit... And each time an enemy wizard within 9 inches of this successfully casts a spell... on a 3-up, you get an extra fate point. But you gotta be close. So I imagine you run in with your horrors and this is behind them. And then you're racking up fate points.
It's enemy spellcaster. Okay, yeah. I was gonna say that's insane if that was just any spellcaster.
Yeah, just enemy, so it's not quite as good, but
no, and unreliable at that.
Yeah. And then Scrolls of Sorcery. So yeah, he knows he's a lore master in both lores. And when this attempts to cast a spell, instead of making a casting roll, you can just roll 1 dice, and on a 2-up, it's automatically cast. And cannot be unbound.
Okay.
What do you think?
I think it's very good utility because of the knowing every spell.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
Auto cast it on uncounterable on a 2-up.
Yeah, that's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everything else is just kind of gravy here.
Was that last ability once per game?
No.
Wait, what was it again? Read it again.
On a 2-up, you cast a spell, and it's uncounterable.
You just cast it. You just get it.
Yep.
So you just auto cast spells
on a 2-up. So instead of the casting roll, you just roll 1 dice, and on a 2-up, you get it.
Oh, but if you get a 1, you fail.
Yeah.
And you can't attempt to cast it normally.
Correct.
Okay. Wow, that's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that seems very solid. I don't know. I could be wrong.
Yeah.
But
he's very different. He used to just be 120 points to reroll all your cast rolls in the army.
I mean, that also sounds good.
Yeah.
But
you have cogs now, so he kind of fell out of usability because of that.
Oh, sure.
Why would I do that for 120 points when I can do it for 40?
Yeah.
And now he's got this whole new niche here.
Yeah, he's got a whole new thing that he can do, and
and
you can still run cogs, and
yeah,
and ooh, there's some good spells there too that you can get with him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he seems worth it.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't think he's an auto include, but he might be there.
Yeah, he seems very
approaching
good.
It.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, they want to sell that kit real bad.
Yeah. Oh, that's another one you got to kit bash.
Oh yeah.
Real bad.
That's a resin boy too.
Oh yeah. Oh, he looks like it.
Oh,
he looks like it.
Oh, I don't know if you've ever seen the model in real life, but whatever you're imagining, he looks worse.
Oh, I bet. He looks like he does. I feel like there's a point in this hobby when you've seen enough bad resin models that you could just look at a GW model and go, ooh,
it just feels
nope,
bad.
do not want. That looks like it's gonna be awful.
Yeah, there's one spell that makes one Destiny dice. Yeah, on a 7. And
Yeah,
then,
so worst case it can do that,
you
right?
still hit
Like, that's
Cogs and
pretty good.
Tzeentch? Maybe. Yeah, of course you kit bash those models.
Yeah.
Underworld's Warband. I didn't read this, and there's hardly ever a reason to read these usually. We can go over it, or we can just continue.
Already at 9/11. Let's keep going.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, let's keep going. If I missed something there, that's funny.
Yeah.
Alright. Fate Master, level 1 wizard. On a disc, 3-up save, 16-inch move. 4-up spell ignore. And then a 9-inch bubble of +1 to wound. Guardian of Souls is the hero. One of the heroes I always take in Nighthaunt. And it's for that +1 to wound aura.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, Nighthaunt is like a melee beat stick army, and this is
this is not. Yeah, so like,
but,
I mean, maybe though in like a Zangor list.
Maybe in a Zangor list, and it's not +1 to wound in melee. It's just +1 to wound.
Okay, yeah. So there's probably something there.
So
you're
Flamers,
still
yeah.
Not like you're not attacking, right?
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah.
There just might be better wizards because you have like a lot of 2-cast wizards.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, pretty good for mortals, I would say in general. Mortals, Flamers, I would say would want this. Yeah, I think that's it though. Like, it's just good if you're looking for more damage in one of the combat or shooting phases, you take him. If not, you don't. Right? Like, I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. It depends on how the lists play that you want to run, right?
Exactly, yeah. And like, I feel like if I was playing this army, I would do Flamer heavy, and then therefore want him.
Yep.
There's also the Relic and the Demon list that does this effect if you don't want to take him. I would say, so. Maybe not? Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
I like him. Let's see. Eldritch Thaumaturge, he's got 2 attacks, 3s, -2, 3 damage. 3 attacks, 3s, -1 D3, and 4 attacks, 3s, no rend, 1 damage. Level 1 caster. Add 1 to hit and wound rolls for this model. Alright, so if he's fighting something and any damage was dealt to it before the combat phase, he gets +1 to hit and wound.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah,
it's pretty easy to do in this army.
Yeah, exactly. You have like bolt spells, and he has one too. So his is casting value 7. Pick one enemy unit that is visible with an 18, and it does D6 mortal wounds, and then each wound you heal that many.
Dude, that dude's a boss,
right?
He's pretty solid. Well, okay.
Yeah.
He only moves 6. He's got a 4-up save and 8 wounds, which ain't no like ward or anything.
Yeah.
So he seems like he's like your path to glory winner right there. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Like low point path to glory. That's the thing today.
Yeah, that's
him with all of those extra like cool like artifacts and stuff you can get. There you go. There's your winner.
Mm-hmm.
That dude seems fantastic for all that.
Yeah. You know what though? Let's say you're deep striking a couple guys in your silver tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
You launch the disc up, you deep strike them outside of 9. You roll your dice. As long as one of them's a 3-up, you can just make the other one a 6.
It's true, and you can just be there.
Yeah.
Yep. Might be something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's probably magical Christmas land at the end of the day, but...
Probably, but...
I like this guy, like... Honestly, if they're, like, shooting at him, you're not shooting at, like, my things that super matter.
Unless you build around him too much, and then you are, but...
Yeah, I don't know. I would try him, at least.
Yeah.
I mean, like, the 3 damage is kind of cool.
He's a perfect path to glory warlord right there. Yeah. Do it up. I want to see someone do that.
Yeah, exactly. And then you have, like, multiple ways to, like, rend stack, so... he can be rend for 3 damage pretty easily with that one attack.
Yeah.
Hitting on 2s and 2s, you know?
That doesn't sound bad. I don't
No.
know. I think he's a bit of a glass cannon though.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright, moving on.
Yep. I like him.
Yeah. Magister on disc and Magister not on disc are remarkably similar. The disc is 25 more points. And I think it's like +1 wound and +1 save. And then movement. Melee profile is not anything to write home about. Level 1 caster. And his spell is Bolt of Change, casting value 7, range 18. D3 mortal wounds. If you kill a model, you make a spawn. Which is cool.
That is cool.
In combat with that unit. Yeah, and he has a special rule where he can cast twice, but if you fail that spell, or if it, what is it? Yeah, cast 1 extra spell. Oh, and if the roll is a double, the spell goes off, he's slain, and you get a spawn where he was.
Well, that's wild.
He turns himself into a spawn. Yeah.
Ah, but that's a perfect use for like your like 2s. Destiny dice.
Yeah.
Right? You just like go
double.
Yeah, it's just like, okay, I got something different.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
really
Destiny dice cure a lot of ills, honestly.
Yeah.
Like you're unlikely to do it, but like if you really had to like change it because he was gonna get slain, you really don't want that, then you just stop it. Yeah. It's like, okay.
Absolutely.
And it's nice seeing like you yeah, level 1.5 caster.
Yeah, exactly where I'd put him. Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, I see, and 145 is like pretty much, it's a pretty good bargain for that effect.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And like like maybe when you build lists, like you just don't find room for him. I can see that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, like in a vacuum, like I'd run this in a lot of armies. And like maybe here even too. And like turning into a spawn isn't the end of the world. It sucks, but like any other book,
it's
they would
still
just
an
blow
85
up
point model, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I think it's like 100 now, even.
I could have. It's the only thing I looked at. And I was pretty sure it was 85.
Maybe you're right. I don't remember, but
could be wrong because I remember it going up from the 50 it was, but
it probably is 85 then. Okay. Yeah,
I think it is.
Yeah, I'll go with you on that. You would know. But yeah, and then the Magister on foot is like exactly the same, but like slower, weaker, and less points.
But not less points enough that you take him.
Yeah, 20 less points. Yeah.
Yeah. No.
Mm-hmm.
Do I want a 6-inch move or do I want a 16-inch move?
Yeah.
Do I pay 25 points for that? Yes, I do.
Yeah, you're paying 25 points for, what is it? Yeah, plus 10 inches of movement, +1 save, and +1 wound. Yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do it.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. We got the Curseling.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
All right, so he's got an 18-inch range, D6 attacks, 3s, -1, 1. And then he's got 4 attacks, 3s, -1, 2. And D6 attacks, 4s, 4s, no rend, 1 damage.
Okay.
Yeah, if you run more,
too bad.
Run him. Yeah. So he's okay. Level 2 wizard. He can glean magic. If you cast a spell and it cannot be unbound. What is this? Okay, hold on. Unbinds. Oh, okay. So if he unbinds a spell, he learns that spell.
Oh, that's weird.
Cast it. Yeah.
Okay.
And he can reroll unbinding and dispelling. Which is weird.
Okay.
Not casting.
Yeah, but it kind of goes with his thing, right?
Yeah.
Like it makes it more reliable for him to like be learning those other spells or whatever that he can dispel.
Yeah. And his unique spell is a casting value 4, and on a 2-up you can steal a spell from somebody with an 18. It looks like. Yeah. So he's a spell thief.
Now, if you steal their spell, do they not know it anymore?
They do know it, but you also know it.
They do know it, but you also... Okay, so it's kind of like you have to waste a turn to, like, get something else in that, if you're going to use that?
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of weird.
Mm-hmm. But I think, like, 190 points, decent combat hero, and can unbind 2 spells with rerolling. Like, it's not bad. I don't love him, though.
Apparently, Loki Gaming over here is saying he's a boss. To be honest,
Cursling's the boss, you think?
He's got a 3-up save. Okay.
5 wounds.
I mean, maybe the stealing a spell is just way better than I'm giving credit for. Because maybe you could do like all kinds of crazy combinations if you think about it.
Yeah, I think what's the designer's note here say? Yeah. So if you cast like you can't cast endless spells off of this because you didn't pay for the model.
Sure.
And you have to have the right keyword. So if it says like only a Night Haunt unit, for
you
example,
can't use it.
Yeah, exactly.
On your stuff.
Yeah.
Unfortunate.
So that like limits what he can do.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, he's hard to kill, and like he's a good dispel piece, but that's really all I see out of him. I'm not huge.
Yeah, I mean the damage isn't too bad.
Yeah. Damage
is 190
actually.
points.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and how much is a Lord of Change?
400.
400. So it's like you get 2 Curselings for a Lord of Change.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sold on him, but I don't know. Prove me wrong.
I'm not ready to dismiss him yet either, right?
Yeah, sure.
But I just think there's so much better stuff here. Like, I'd rather have the Magister, I think.
Yeah, I don't know what like list he goes in. He's like his kind of his own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, prove me wrong though.
Yeah, I could absolutely be wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe that better save is like exactly what Tzeentch is lacking, and so like he's good because he fills that hole or something.
I could see that too.
Maybe, but like you usually don't want like put heroes in a fight. I think.
Yeah, exactly. So Fate Skimmer is like the horror on the chariot hero, and I could not read the leak picture at all, and I couldn't tell if it said 130 or 180.
Oh, okay.
But he's got like okay shooting, okay melee. He's a level 1 wizard, Arcane Tome. Alright. When he runs into something on a 2-up, he does D3 mortal wounds. Yeah, he stops your opponent from casting. Yeah, he does that because he unbinds. Or he rerolls unbinds.
Sure.
Yeah. I imagine that your spells are better than whatever you're taking from them, though. Unless it's like on very specific heroes.
Oh, hang on. Do you get to cast that spell in your opponent's turn? You don't just like learn it?
Let's reread it. Okay, because I'm pretty sure like it still counts as one of your spell slots. Can immediately attempt to cast it with Gleam's magic. Oh, okay.
Okay, that's a big difference.
That's a big difference. Okay,
that actually sounds pretty cool. Yeah, okay.
So, like, you're using it to probably steal Mystic Shields, I think.
I mean, that absolutely you could do that. But, I mean, there's, like... At that point, like, there's a lot of cool things you might be able to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The keyword might limit it too much.
It could. But it might limit your opponent, too, from, like, casting stuff that would otherwise be more open-ended.
And they don't want to do it. Too.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Now, do you have to cast it yourself? Like, do you have to roll the dice to cast it?
Yes, you do.
Or do you just do it? Okay, you do.
You get a chance to cast it, So you could still fail the cast.
Yeah.
But
you can Destiny dice it, and
yeah, exactly.
If you like really want it, and so you have reliable ways of doing it.
All right.
Okay, that makes a difference. That's pretty cool, actually. I like that.
He's definitely fun, right?
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think he's worth a shot.
Yeah.
The rerolling unbind's pretty big.
It's for sure cool, if nothing else.
Yeah.
That's actually way cooler. Like, I was just like, oh, he gets to, like, get a spell, kinda.
He can't steal endless spells. The designer's note says he can't do it. Because you didn't pay for the model. You can't just take theirs. Unfortunately. Didn't mean to cut you off there, Bill.
Oh, no, that's okay.
Yeah, I was just answering the question. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because, like, if he could steal endless spells, like, you definitely do it then, but...
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back to Fate Skimmer.
Sure.
Alright. So what's this spell do? I'm having trouble reading this. Has a casting value 9 and range of 9. For each enemy unit within range, on a 3-up, does D3 mortal wounds. Okay. So you just launch this fucker in there, deal mortal wounds, and then you do a casting AoE bubble.
Okay.
He's probably 180. I don't think that's 130.
Yeah.
I just could not read it for the life of me. Like this pixelated ass image here. He's probably fine. I'm not excited by this though.
Yeah. There's a lot of guys, right? Like, we're gonna get to the point where it's like there's just too many random variations of casting wizard that moves fast.
Yeah, and like whatever
There's
effect
so
you want.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Yeah, I think if you have the model, you can cast it. So if they try to cast like a mirror and you have the mirror, you're able to do it. But if you didn't bring the model, you can't do it. I think, yeah. Anyway. And then Chaos Spawn, I really like how they changed them. So if a wizard casts a spell within 9 inches of them, they full heal. And they do mortal wounds on 6s instead of like, if you roll a double, add +1 to hit and wound. Right? Like, that's way better. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't know, like I've fought against enough spawns, like just thrown in the middle of my army.
Yeah.
Like it takes like a turn if you're just like not dedicating anything to it. And the fact
Yeah, to
that
actually get rid of it.
Yeah, and like
Yeah.
both like a whole battle round, not a whole turn.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, so you have to like be very careful now to cast around it, unless yeah, it'll pop. Yeah, I think that's great.
And like you can like, I mean, it's only got a 5-up save and 5 wounds, so it's really gonna full to anything. But like when you're getting these for basically free from random effects and stuff, like yeah, that's pretty decent. We take that.
Oh, okay. Fate Skimmer makes a Burning Chariots battle line.
Oh, okay.
If you want your chariot army, there's probably a fun list there, right? At least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's too many lists at this point that are like, sure.
Yeah.
That's the thing
I
you want to
believe
do.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's just not how I'm reading the book as like the most competitive version right now. I could totally be wrong though, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Spawns, Lords of Change, and I think like Flamers and Horrors are a lot of what you do here. And like the best thing about spawns, like there's so many ways to just get a free one in this book. And like, we haven't even seen them all yet, right? Like that's that's so cool. Free units is fun, and like that's a decent one too. Like mortal wounds on 6s, even though it's like random attack characteristic.
Yeah, it's like random on random, but like you could randomly spike.
Yeah, exactly.
And suddenly, yeah, you're doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. It's probably less than 1 mortal wound on average. There's gonna be times where you're gonna do like 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you're gonna be like, that was insane. I shouldn't have been able to do that.
Yeah. So as far as I can tell, and I asked my Tzeentch friend too, there's like not much you can do. There's not much change between the the new Horrors War Scroll.
Okay.
Let's see. So there are 250 points for a unit of 10 blues, and unit of 10 pinks. And the moment a blue enters the unit, they're no longer Galatian veterans because they're no longer battle line.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
It's very weird. Yeah.
That's very.
But you could just bring pinks, and you can just bring brimstones too, for those point values shown there.
Mm-hmm.
And like I think before you always took just like blues, and did split and split again. But I think now there's reasons to run like brimstones, just because of an endless spell that we haven't gotten to yet.
Oh, apparently, you wrote it wrong. Battle line if blue, so battle line if pink.
Yeah, battle line of pink. Yeah.
And then the pink are 250, and the blue are 150. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know why blue is the stronger one in my mind all the time, but yeah, it's opposite.
Okay.
Oops.
Totally opposite.
Yeah.
That's good. Good catch.
I fix that in post? Maybe. We'll see. Probably not. Yeah.
We said it out loud. It's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, pink's the better one. But yeah, like this is just like the unit of 45 wounds for 250 points. So
Yep.
that's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Carrick Acolytes reverted to being wizards if you have 10 or more in the unit. And then getting the Rend +1 spell that they all can cast. So, yeah. Remember how in Arcane Cataclysm they changed to not being a wizard and then you just had Rend 1 on your weapons?
And then
Nope.
they just
Undid it. Yep.
these FOMO boxes need to stop making war scrolls that are different.
Yeah.
They just need to stop. Like, stop. It's
Mhm.
so weird. It like, and then you revert it. Like, either give the new war scroll, or just keep it the old one. Like, stop
Yeah.
with this random, like, oh, it's different. Oh, it's different again.
Yeah, and
Within like a month. Like, come on.
And
It's
honestly,
annoying.
you know, like if it was just like this is the rules for it in the box, that whatever. Right? But like the fact that like they come out and it's like, "Oh, this is the rules for them until the book comes out." It could be in a couple weeks, it could be a month. Right? Like, come on. I hate
So
that.
weird.
Yeah.
It's just so weird.
Mhm.
I'm over it.
Yeah. But basically these are just like 120 points for like a decent screen, I think, in the end at the end of the day. They're not doing a ton, but like they're not bad either.
I mean, that's a lot of wins, though. Oh wait,
For
hang on,
Carrick
wrong things.
Acolytes, yeah.
Wrong things. Wrong things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I was mostly painting, not looking.
Oh, that's fine.
My bad.
You were thinking about horror still, but yeah.
Yep. My brain went back because I was just reading what
Oh, the 50 wounds.
Lucky
Yeah,
Gaming
that's
said.
very
Yeah.
good. Yeah. 50 wounds is very good for
Yep.
250
Yeah, these
points,
guys
yeah.
are basically screens, and like they can become Sangors sometimes, and that's cool.
And that like one cult.
Yeah, that
Which
like
I
one
like
thing.
cool, yeah.
I like that. Or you can kind of run like a bit of a horde army with it. I
Yeah.
guess.
An 18-inch range shooting attack. 4s, 3s, no rend 1 damage. Rend 1 if you get the spell off. And you have other ways to reduce rend a lot too.
Now they each only have one of those, right?
Yes.
Or does okay, that's what I thought. So yeah, like you run like a bunch of MSU versions of these, and like you make them all better, and do a lot of shooting, and it's interesting.
If you do MSU, you can just feed your fate points pretty easily too.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're good enough to run.
Now, are horrors a wizard?
They are not.
Okay, they're not. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, maybe even like the Cult of Summoning like runs these to just get off more spells to get the Lords of Change faster.
Yeah, I think half the cults run these because there's the Carrick Acolyte based cult that does like mortal wounds after you do the shooting attacks. Remember that one?
Yeah.
There's a cult transient form, and then the Gilda Summoners. I think all really like them.
Yeah, I agree.
They're also your cheapest battle line in this book.
Yep.
And there's a lot of value in just that too.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's been showed time after time.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? Like, I don't hate these. I think they're just nice.
Yeah.
They're not like... You know, like some armies, like you look at the battle line, you're like, oh, I want to build around that. Like, no. But you're like, cool.
I mean, I could see it for horrors in this book.
Yeah, I can too.
Like, horrors are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's a lot of wounds for, like, 250 points.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then that one that, like, you get an extra one when it dies on a 4-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them. I like the Carrick Acolytes,
yeah, these guys are fine. Yeah. Yep.
Let's see. Zangors, they are exactly what they were in the FOMO box, but they're no longer 210 points. They're 175.
Way better. Unless I misheard you. Yeah.
Yeah, they went down like 30 points.
Great.
They get +1 attack on the charge. They have some decent weapons. Like we were talking about the cult transient form. You could just like add models that have the better weapon.
Yep.
And do more damage on the charge. You know, I feel like once upon a time these were like the best unit in the game, but now like they're okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's some fun to have with the Zangor hosts in the transient form, but I don't think you're running these a lot. I mean, you can give them all +1 to wound. And you can, like, rend stack in this book. So maybe there's even a place with, like, 3 attacks.
Yeah.
You have a Mortal Wizard and a Demon Wizard that are each giving a -1 save. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Zingers are cool, though. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like there's definitely a list that you can run Zingers with.
Yeah, I think now that you can, like, rend stack, like, because I feel like in Beast of Chaos, right? Like, the 2 rend makes all your shit, like, really good.
Yeah.
And, like, if you can just do that on a target unit here in this book, like, I don't know. There's a lot of power in that, too.
Yeah, for sure.
And, like, this just has, like, the highest volume of attacks for cheapest, I think, to really take advantage of that.
Yeah.
So maybe, like, Zangor's become the thing now because of that.
I think it depends on what you want to do. There's probably a list there, though.
Mm-hmm. Like, there's a fun cult transient form list based on that concept.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Oh, yeah, and I guess with the Carrick Acolytes, too, like Loki's saying, is, as soon as you kill one of them, they're no longer a wizard.
Yeah, that's
kind of frustrating, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, spells like... Oh, yeah, they're also mortal, so you can give them a ward save. Good catch. So they're not, like, as flimsy as they look, either.
It's good.
Yeah. So, like, I think they're the battle line that takes the buffs the best in this book.
Okay.
And I think there's value in that. So actually, there's a place for all 3 battle line, or native battle line, too.
Yeah.
Which is really nice, so... You have one that holds all the buffs the best. You have one that's just, like, your biggest meat to cheapest points ratio. And you have one that's just your cheapest, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that balance, actually.
Yeah,
it makes it feel like there's a place for all of them.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic. Good on you, GW. Zangor Shaman? Yeah, they have, like, shit attacks.
Yeah.
1 cast.
So they still have the or cast a second with the rerolling?
The reroll is turned into +3.
Oh, whoa, okay.
Yeah.
So you can cast an extra spell once per game, and if you do so at +3?
Yep.
Wow, that's cool.
I like that way better than rerolling, too, because it's just, like, quicker.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
It's, like, probably... Yeah, rerolling is equivalent of +2, I think, is what they determined.
Okay,
so
that checks out.
Yeah, so this will be plus... That's even a little better, yeah.
Yep.
So that's cute. Boon of Mutation. This is the one you do D3 mortal wounds to a unit, and then you return... For each slain model, you return one of your Zangors. So you're, like, turning the enemy into a Zangor. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
They're 135 points. Like, that's a aggressively costed wizard. Like, that's not bad. Like, I feel like there's a full Zangor army somewhere.
Probably.
Yeah. I like that a lot. 130... Yeah, 135 is great. Zangor Skyfires. They're on the little disc. They're a ranged unit. They have 1 attack, 4s, 3s, -1 D3. Guided by Fate, the future changed drastically. So what that does is it ignores positive modifiers to enemy save.
Whoa, that's weird.
And it ignores negative modifiers to their hit and wound.
And it ignores negative modifier. Oh, to their hit and wound.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Yep. So you're always a 4/3 at worst.
Yeah.
If you all at attack, you're a 3/3.
Yeah.
And they can't benefit from cover. And they can't, like, benefit from Lookout Sir. They can't benefit from Finest Hour or anything that buffs their save.
All out defense.
Yep. So, like, this was, like, designed to snipe heroes. Because I think 1 attack, 4s, 3s, -1 D3 is not doing anything meaningful. Except for, like, a little shit wizard. Like, I think that's too many points for that.
Damage. Yeah, 190 for 3? Like, oh, yeah. Wow.
I think they're too expensive.
I mean, I think they always are. Yeah,
Because if there were 2 attacks, I'd be like, oh, these are Kurnoth Hunters. And these are insane. But yeah, I guess the one thing, too, is that you could just make them all hit with your Destiny dice, but then you're burning a ton of Destiny dice to kill a hero that you probably don't need to kill because you can outroll them and auto cast all day, you know?
Yeah, you can spend. Can you spend the Destiny dice after you roll the die?
I believe
you can't, right?
Yeah.
That's the whole idea, right?
Okay.
Yeah. That's what I was assuming, but I was just making sure.
Yeah.
So you don't actually really have to. So you can probably reliably hit with them if you spend like a command point to all out attack. Then you're hitting with like, what you're hitting and wounding with just under half.
Yeah.
But you can like force that with a Destiny die or two, and like that's a spot where you can like use your 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
Hit, and then
it's weird, right?
Yeah, but then they still get a save, and -1 isn't like the best.
You can make it -3 pretty easily, -4 if you bring the Purple Sun.
Yeah, I mean, yes, you can.
Yeah,
but that's like even more points stacked onto this 190.
Yeah,
and then they're gonna do, and let's assume everything gets through. You're doing on average 6 damage.
Yeah, because it's D3 with 3
Yeah,
attacks.
so 6. Yeah, that's average 2, right?
Oh, the champion has +1 attack. Okay.
So it's 4
okay. Attacks, yeah.
Well, that's something. Okay, 4 attacks is a little better. So average 8 then.
Yeah.
Am I being crazy? Hang on. It is 2, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah, because there's only 4 attacks on the unit. Yeah. Yeah, it's not quite there, is it?
I don't know. Like, but shooting always takes me by surprise with what's effective. Where it like seems like nothing, but then it's like the best thing in the game. So like, I'm not writing them off by any stretch.
I'm not ready to write them off either. Yeah.
But they have like seriously huge threat range.
Yeah.
Right, like
because they're 24-inch move.
Yeah, 40-inch threat range.
Yeah.
Like that's huge.
Mm-hmm.
But is it like threatening nothing? Like maybe.
Yeah, I think it's threatening like opponent wizards.
Yeah,
and I don't think you need to threaten those with this book. Is what I think is going to happen.
Yeah. So like maybe that's a better like Beast of Chaos model. I don't know.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. But then again, you don't have the Destiny dice then.
Yeah, true. Okay.
Right. So.
Yeah. I don't know. It just seems like if you want to burn all your Destiny dice to kill like 160-point hero, like be my guest. Like have fun with that, buddy. You know.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem great.
Yeah.
To me.
Like let's assume you don't, but you still all out attack, right? So you're hitting with half of them, and we'll assume that you're hitting like the 6 save wizard, so they're not going to get a save.
Sure. Yeah.
So you're doing 4 damage to it on average.
Yep. So over like, 2 turns, you kill it.
Yeah. And like, does that get its value back? Like, maybe.
Oh, actually, one thing we forgot: 6s to hit are D3 mortal wounds.
Okay. Okay, we're definitely getting better. We're getting better.
Yeah, so like it won't continue from there, so yeah.
So yeah, you could make like that one missed hit or something into a 6.
Do D3.
And just do the D3 right up, right?
Yeah.
It's honestly sounding better.
Yeah,
like, maybe it's there.
I have a feeling we're gonna see these in some lists, right?
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
And I'm always gonna be surprised at how well they do, considering like it doesn't seem like they do a lot, but I think they do.
I think that rule of like they can't be negatively modified and your opponent's saves can't be positively modified is like one of the strongest rules we've seen in a long time.
It's definitely interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like, of course it's strong, but it's like on a unit that like normally would be shit. But like that rule might be strong enough to pull them into good. They're definitely playable, right?
I don't know. I think so. Probably. I think I'm underrating shooting again. We're gonna go with that.
I think this is like one of those things where like if these had 2 attacks each, like this would be like oppressively annoyingly good.
Oh yeah. Being able to and one of them does.
Yeah.
Like they only need two more attacks to be there.
Yeah.
Right. So like. So yeah.
Maybe
they're right there. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I think they're too expensive. I probably wouldn't run them, but I bet you I'm wrong. We'll go with that.
I would try them. Is where I'm at. But I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Zangor Enlightened, I'm putting on disc. So these have the same changes that they did in Arcane Cataclysm. Yes.
Okay.
Where they have the +1 save, they have the better attacks, and then they add 1 to wound rolls if it's if you're going second in the battle round.
Oh, right, yeah, they're the weird thing. Yeah.
That one I don't think matters as much, because I feel like if you want to bring like a hammery unit like this, you're probably taking the Relic or the Fate Master. That's the +1 to wound bubble.
Mm.
So that roll probably
but
doesn't matter
it will
matter.
Well, it will matter for beasts, I think.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
and like the shutting off commands in the combat phase is really, really good.
Yeah.
Like just think about when you fought me, and I bought like Flesh Eater Courts against you, and like how many times I feeding frenzied you, and how I feeding frenzy this unit. Yeah.
Nope.
Mm-hmm. Like you don't
and that
roll,
+1 save is awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like these are good. They're gonna see play. 180 is really cheap for that effect.
Yeah, I would run those.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I think those are good. I think there's a list that definitely runs those.
Mm-hmm.
Like 16-inch move. Like this book is so fast, it's insane.
Oh my god, yeah.
It's so fast.
Mm-hmm. I'm very into that.
Yeah.
You could be where you want to be at most times.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's insane.
Mm-hmm. And like they're decent attacks. And again, like you can
read this
book.
Oh, yeah. They absolutely are decent attacks, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and then we got Burning Chariots of Tzeentch, which is the basically you put an Exalted Flamer on top of a chariot, so it moves 14. It has impact hits on the charge. And you add 1 to hit rolls if you're targeting a unit with 5 or more models. And so their shooting profile is 4 attacks, 4s, 3s, -1 D3. And if they're general, they make a... Oh, their battle line if your general's Fate Skimmer. Yeah, that's what Loki was saying earlier. Okay, so I remembered it here. Yeah. Okay. So, they're fine. I like them. And they have like a fistful of like shitty melee attacks, but it's a lot of them, right?
Yeah.
So there's quality in that itself. They're elites. They can issue orders to themselves.
It's good.
Yeah, they're fine.
Yeah.
I might just take them on foot more because like they're just way cheaper on foot and they give you like the same kind of buffs, but
sure.
I think a pure chariot army's out there for fun somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone will enjoy running that, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Screamers of Tzeentch. 3 wounds each, 5 up save, move 16, 100 points. They don't do much damage, but they're not here to damage. And if they move over something on a 4 for each model, they do a mortal wound. So they do like little poopies on things and do some damage. Yeah.
Is it for each?
Yeah, so for each model they roll a dice, and on a 4-up, it's a mortal wound.
Oh, wow, okay. Is it each model in a unit that they move over, or do they actually have to move over the model itself?
So each screamer that moves over the unit on a 4-up.
Oh, okay.
So it's like 3 dice. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So like a little bit of chip damage, a lot of screening potential, very fast.
They go a little poopy.
Yeah.
And it's okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Good unit. And their battle line in Host Arcanum, which is the Dispel on 1, 3, and 5.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yep. And like there's value in them being battle line, because then there's your cheapest battle line.
Yeah.
And then they just move really fast and are very good at screening and like reaching far objectives.
Yep.
Yeah. I like them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't run a ton of them, but I would run some. Alright, Exalted Flamer is like the same thing, without the melee profile and the speed, but 130 points instead of 180. They're 4 wounds, and I think on the Chariot, they are 6 wounds. Okay. So they're a little tougher, too, on the Chariot.
Makes sense.
Yeah, but you run a couple of these, and the real thing is Flamers of Tzeentch. So they're 190 for 3, Battle Line and the Eternal Conflagration, which is the one that gives them an additional rend, right?
Sure.
Alright. They're 3 attacks each, 3s, 4s, no rend D3 damage in the shooting phase. So that's 9, and the champion adds 1, so 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right.
Add 1 to hit rolls if it's targeting a unit of 5 or more models. And add 1 to the
Okay.
attack characteristic if it's within 9 inches of an Exalted Flamer or a guy on a chariot.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Or an Exalted Flamer on a chariot, rather. Yeah, so they could potentially be 13 attacks for 190 points.
And they have a 9-inch move, which is quite significant.
Yep. And all those things that are like +1 to wound affect shooting. So these things could be 2s, 3s, -1, D3, without like any casting, right?
Yeah.
And then with the casting, we already determined that you can like buff or stack rend on units now in this book.
So so hang on.
Yeah, you
with Skyfires, what's the difference here? Like, they're the same cost, but these just have like a million more attacks.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's so weird.
Yeah, and like that's why I think like they really want you to go after heroes with those, right?
Yeah,
like,
they did give it.
They did units, but
yeah, sure.
You know how you kill heroes too? Is a lot of attacks.
Yeah, I was gonna say, but it still feels like you can do it. Like, yeah, okay, the threat range isn't as long, but like
they're not nearly
as a lot of attack.
Too.
Yeah, that's fair.
They have half the wounds. Yeah.
Yeah.
And their melee is much worse.
Yeah. All right. So there's still probably a reason to run, but these do seem like this is where the you could potentially do the oppressiveness of like just running so many, and you're just like rolling all kinds of dice, and it's like.
So here's the difference, right? Like I think Zangors are good, and this is the best unit in this book.
Sure. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Why can't I kill that guy too?
Yeah.
Yeah. That whole thing we say that I just butchered so hard.
Oh yeah, like he murdered somebody.
He murdered somebody. Why can't I murder him too?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, and they can be battle line too. Look at this. Like that's fantastic.
Yeah, and you put those behind horrors that are never going to die, and then you just absolutely obliterate somebody.
The end.
Yeah. Yeah, that seems. Ooh. Okay.
Boy, howdy.
That seems like a thing.
Yeah, they're gonna be.
That didn't take much analysis. I think that seems like a thing.
Yeah.
And then it's like kind of like, what are the other things are you gonna run with?
Yeah, an Exalted Flamer, of course.
Yep.
Yeah, this thing's fantastic.
Yeah, I think so. I don't know.
All right, and that's
I got a couple of these lying around. Like maybe I should consider running this book
as like allies or the book even. Yeah.
Sheila went to Titan once and was just like, it's like, I'm gonna get Bill something, and picked up flamers randomly. And then I also found that you gave me some flamers when you handed me those Tzeentch things.
Okay.
And so
you could do it then.
So I have like a pile of flamers randomly. I could maybe run this book anyway. That's hilarious.
Sick. Yeah, let's do it.
No, I'm not doing it. Although I got Zangors I got a Zangor Enlightened too. And yeah, I just need to build a few horrors and we're good to go, right?
Do
you know how much I'm not gonna run a bunch of horrors though? Like that's
no, you're gonna run
Zangors.
Yeah.
No, I don't actually have Zangors afoot, but they would go with Beasts of Chaos, so like maybe I could pick them up, and then that'd be cool.
Yeah.
No, I'm not doing it.
Okay.
Nope.
I mean, this book's super cool, actually.
Like,
the more I look at it, the more I'm impressed with it. Like at first I wasn't, and like I'm reading through this, and I'm like, oh, actually, like talking it through slower. Yeah, I would build flamers all the time.
Oh yeah.
All right. Let's talk about the spells. We have one super fucking good one and two pretty good ones, I'd say. So, let's do the super good one first. 50 points. And remember, you can auto-cast these and not unbind them on turn 1.
Yes.
And there's a command trait to give them the 9-inch range. So this thing is... What is it? Cast melee 5, range 18. And more than 1 inch from all models. And then, so you for every unit within 9 inches of this thing, and not enemy unit, every unit, you roll a dice, and on a 4-up, you do D3 mortal wounds to that unit. And if you kill a model at all with this, you can put a spawn in that unit.
Oh my god.
Yep. I believe the way
So
it's
you
written...
put it in the unit? Like, yeah, how does that work?
It's in combat with it, yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's in combat with it, but if it's your own model, if it's your own unit, it just spawns as a single unit nearby?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, so it hits everything on a 4-up D3 mortal wounds. And makes spawn. I think it's worded so you only get one spawn per turn, even if you kill multiple models.
Okay.
Because I think it's worded like, if this spell kills a model, you put a chaos spawn down. Yeah. So I think you only get one per turn, which is reasonable for a 50-point model, saying, oh, you can only summon one 85-point model a turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
what's
fine.
the range on this thing?
18, and it's things within 9.
Oh my god. You know what's really funny is I actually bought these endless spells too.
Mm-hmm.
Because I had a thought that I could run them elsewhere, like in Slaves to Darkness and stuff.
Yeah.
But then they changed how that worked.
No such luck, yeah. So
yeah, but that means but that means I randomly have them too. Yeah. Man, I should do a Path to Glory with Tzeentch. That's what I should do.
Yeah, and you know what? Like maybe one day somebody will get you a Lord of Change.
Yeah, and then I'll do that.
Mm-hmm.
There's many other things I'd like instead of a Lord of Change though, just so anyone's aware, you know.
Like what? Randomly.
Like another Bloodthirster.
Yeah, all right. This one casts like I'll build you a Bloodthirster with a staff.
Yeah, we'll just make it both.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what would be cool? That random Kickstarter I did with Mini Wargaming. I got like the demon one, so I got like the lady with the huge demon wings. Like she could totally be a Lord of Change.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there we go.
I'm into like if it's your 7th army, you're allowed to do full proxy if you want.
Yeah, that's fair.
Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine.
Is it my 7th? Oh,
yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to count. It's okay.
Yeah, I think it says count. Yeah, it's really hard to read it on this screen. But I'm pretty sure the Burning Sigil says if you kill a model with this unit.
That's absolutely wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it's for each unit. I gotta pull it up again though, just to be sure, but I'm almost certain that they worded it smartly. Alright, let me pull it up.
Well, no. Even I thought you were saying like you have to kill like 3 models or something. I don't know. But no, if the question is between get a spawn if you kill something or get a spawn for each thing you kill, like yeah, that would be absolutely insane.
So look, the way Loki's saying it's worded is for each unit that lost a model, you get to put a spawn.
Oh my god, that would be so
on a
ridiculous.
4-up, that unit suffers D3 mortal wounds. If any models were slain by the spell, before removing the first slain model, the commanding player of their model, of that model is summoned Tzeentch Chaos Spawn. Okay, so the first one that dies, you get to do a spawn, and then no other that turn.
And I assume you get to pick which one dies first.
You get to pick the order you roll them, yes.
Okay. Oh, so that's interesting. So you would want to prioritize them based on like which ones you want to die first?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. So you only ever get one spawn a battle or a turn.
Yeah.
But still, your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn.
Yeah.
It's only casting value 5, so it's easy to dispel.
Sure, but they have to do it.
Yeah.
And they can't do it to start the game.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my word, that thing's insane.
Honestly, it's kind of interesting, like, because if you kill a blue or a pink horror with this, right? You're not getting anything because it's not counting as slain, it's counting as split. So you're not getting a spawn.
Okay.
If you kill a Carrick Acolyte, the thing's no longer a wizard.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
And Zangor's have 2 wounds.
Yes. So it's interesting, right?
How that is interesting.
Like, auto.
But you could run like Brimstone Horrors.
Exactly. That was my thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is you just run down to Brimstones.
you just run out the Brimstones, slap the sigil down, and go. Okay.
Yeah.
Look, I got a spawn. Look, I got another spawn. Look, I got another spawn.
Yeah, and it's still like...
I mean, okay,
yeah.
it's 50-50, but if you can hit like a few things, like you're probably gonna get all these spawns, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's only one per turn, of course, but still.
Yeah.
If I could spend 50 points, autocast it for free, and get an 85-point unit, and then, like, usually you're going to dispel it, eat one of your spell slots. On my turn, I cast it again, get another 85-point unit, right?
It's a lot of 85-point units.
Yeah, like, there's no world where this is, like, you get one for each model slain, right? And, like,
Yeah,
I mean, they put the word
you,
first there. Yeah.
I mean, you definitely read it. The way you read it, yeah, you know. You get one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
For
yeah,
sure.
I think they did a good job wording that.
They did a good job wording, and it's like, I think you take this in every Tzeentch army, maybe.
It's
I can't
how many
see
points
one.
is it?
50.
50? Yeah, you do.
Yep.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah,
Mhm.
like that thing is so silly.
And then you
like,
always take
literally
the command trait for the plus 9-inch range, I think.
Is so how does that work exactly?
With endless spells? You can deploy it within 27 inches instead of 18.
Okay.
And then it's still everything within 9 inches. Increasing
now,
the range only counts 7.
Who actually casts the spell? Do you just like you get to cast it with any wizard? And
With Arcane
that's
Armies,
the free one?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
And it's only the first battle round you get to do this, mind you.
Oh well, yeah, but still, like you get it the first battle round and you get your free stuff.
Yeah, and then
they get rid of it, and then you're like, look, it's back. Yeah, it's
you
like,
have like 10 casts in this army. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's so silly.
Yeah, like, and the other ones are good, but like, this is great.
Yeah, that is super great.
Yeah. All right, let's go on to the other ones. Tome of Eyes is 40 points. So this one's interesting. So it doesn't have a range. It's just 1 inch of the caster. And whenever the caster moves, you pick it up and you put it down within 1 inch of the caster.
Okay, so it moves with it.
40 points, yep. And the caster gets to reroll all their spells. And in addition, it does like mortal wounds on a 3 up to something with an 18.
Oh, hang on, that's not irrelevant. Okay, I mean that sounds pretty solid.
Oh, okay.
Like...
So how it works is so the guy who summoned it learns this new spell called the Parchment Curse, which is casting value 8, range of 18. And then you pick an enemy unit within range and roll a dice, and on a 3 up they suffer D3 mortal wounds. And then for each model slain, you reduce their bravery by 1 for the rest of the battle.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so it gives you a new spell that you can cast and stuff too. Oh, that's kind of cool.
And so, like, I think the first question a lot of people are going to ask, like, why give one wizard reroll casts when you can give all wizards reroll casts? And that's a really good question for 40 points, right? But I think there's value here with, like, the link roll, because it's, like, it's not a small model either. Like, I think it's a 40mm base. And I think you could do, like, really efficient screening with it. As far as, somebody wants to charge your fragile little dork wizard.
Yeah.
And, like, this book's in the way, and you can get a lot of units to not fight.
Book's in the way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I think there's, like, a lot of value to that.
Yeah. No, I don't disagree with you.
I think that spell's kind of cute.
Book go no.
Yeah. Imagine stealing the sign with Cursling. Yep. So, like, honestly, like, I like this book a lot. I think I would run it more than Cogs in most armies. Because I don't think you really need the casting support that much.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, I think that's almost like a bonus to this. It's like you get a really good spell attached to it. And then you have a really powerful screening tool to keep your hero alive a lot longer.
Yeah. But I mean, rerolling your cast is not nothing, though.
Oh, it's even good, I would say.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I like this.
What'd you say? It's equivalent to a +2 to cast?
Yep.
Like,
yeah, it's
we
really
take
good.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like this a lot.
Yeah.
Last Endless spell is probably the least good one, but it's still good. So it's casting value 7, set it up within 12, and then it moves 8. Oh, wait, no. Wait, hold on. In range of 12, it successfully cast, set it up, only within range, visible to the caster, and more than 1 inch. Oh, more than 1 inch from all enemy models. Okay. And then it's predatory and moves 9. And if the after this model After the spell has moved, roll 9 dice. Oh my, I can't read that for shit. Hold on.
That's okay. What it used to do is you roll 9 dice and like each 6-up is a mortal wound, or maybe it was a 5-up.
It's a 5-up
Something like
and a
that.
4-up on wizards. Okay.
Oh, there you go.
So
Okay.
very similar. Yep. Okay, perfect. So like it's damage.
It's damage.
Yeah. Gnashing
Yeah.
Maws is probably better right now. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a little sad considering it's
Yeah.
a really cool looking spell. But
Yeah, it's definitely the coolest looking.
yeah.
But yeah, like, see what I mean?
I mean,
Like,
honestly, though, I
yeah.
think you can do it way better than their default color scheme. That's kind of...
Very
I don't know.
orange. Yeah.
It's just weird doing it like... I don't know. It's weird doing like orange flames with Tzeentch, in my opinion. Like, you could do... You have like such a cool color palette, and you just did fire.
There's like a
You know what I
creature
mean?
in Final Fantasy XIV that has like fire. And it's like fire color, but it has like purple and blue and pink mixed in.
Right. Yeah,
And,
exactly.
like, you could just do that here. Yeah.
Yeah, it would be so much better.
I see your
Yeah,
point
alright.
entirely. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's like it's just some damage and it's good for sure. And it's reliable in case the thing changes in the next General's Handbook, right?
I mean,
So.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alright, I think that's it. We're done.
Wow, we got through the book. Alright.
Yeah, and then allies are slaves to darkness. And I think Slaanesh, yeah.
That would make sense.
Yep. So that's that.
Cool.
Overall, I think this is a B+ book, in my honest assessment.
There you go.
I think the Ren stacking is going to be like the new angle of this book that it didn't really have before. And then that will give a lot of power to some of these units that look kind of weak on paper until you like really dissect it, and then they're very strong.
So what are we doing? Are we doing the Flamers list with the sigil and you just like poop out like a million screening spawns and then just shoot them to death with Flamers?
That's what I would do.
Yeah, that seems right.
That's my first instinct right there.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
And like I think a Lord of Change or Kairos definitely belong in that list too.
Yep.
I could see a lot of lists that are like a Gaunt Summoner and a Lord of Change as your only 2 heroes. Because again, you don't care about the extra relic in this book that much.
Yeah.
And like that's like 500 points? No, 675. So that's still a lot right there.
Yeah.
But that's like 5 casts with like Lore Master, so you have all your spells in your book. Like right off the bat. And like maybe you bring the relic, that's the +1 to hit or to wound, or you just bring the Fate Master instead of the Gaunt Summoner if you don't really care to like deep strike stuff, if you're just gonna hide and shoot. There's some options here for sure.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And I think they did a really good job putting value to the little demon casters that normally never had a place.
Sure, yeah.
Because there's one of like a save debuff and there's one of like more summoning points. Like it's really cool how they're usable now.
Yeah.
I like
No,
them.
I agree.
Yeah. And I think, some people are going to be real mad about Kairos. He should have had his own spell, but I think he's definitely good. Maybe not as good, but he's healthier for the meta.
Yes. Still good, and there's a bunch of different lists you can probably run here that are fun.
Yeah. All right. Well,
well, we just gotta we just gotta get over. We just gotta plan on 3 hours when we're doing a book review. So just what we gotta do, because that's how long it takes. Like it's pretty reliable, honestly.
Yeah.
How long it takes to get through.
Absolutely, yeah. Every time it's been like around here.
Yeah.
Like,
Every
we're
time.
not building the list because we're almost done.
Yep.
Yeah. But you know what? Next week, I don't know what we're doing. Probably not the Lumineth book. I don't see that coming out anytime soon.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to that. Sad, but oh well.
I almost wonder if it's like a marketing play of like when 2 books come out, one always gets overshadowed and doesn't sell as well. Maybe ploy's a rude word for that, but you know what I mean? There's
I can see what you're
the
saying.
Tzeentch
Yeah.
happening. Yeah, maybe it's that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But I mean, I feel like it's different audiences. Like, you're not gonna, like, you know what I mean?
That's what I think too, but they might be just trying it. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. Not sure.
Absolutely. Oh, thanks, man. We try to do every Wednesday. Sometimes we miss days just because, like, whatever happens, but yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed the show, man.
Yeah.
We'll be here every week. As much. Yeah.
Mostly.
Let's figure we'll figure out what we're doing next week. We like random topics too, like one we did like about battle tactics. We revisited OBR once.
We've been working on one week we worked on a battle pack.
Maybe we should do that again, huh?
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah. That video's on the YouTube channel. It's like we make our own battle pack, I think it's called. If you want to check out the premise of that, that one's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, thanks
we
for
should get
stopping
back to
by.
that at some point.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, we should. That's what we'll do next time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless we get something. Unless we actually do get like the Lumineth book.
Yeah. Unless we get the Lumineth book. Yeah. Lumineth book will be as soon as we can.
Yeah. You know what I'm betting is going to happen? We're going to get the Giants book first.
Oh, that's
you ready for it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's going to happen. I'm calling it. I'm calling it now.
That one might not be 2 or 3 hours actually.
I hope not.
Yeah. We have 5 units. They all hit things.
Yeah.
We could do this book in an hour. Yeah.
Oh. No love here for that, but that's okay.
Generic
Not my
endless
book.
spells where they could be played and so on. You know what? We did a tier list for endless spells at the beginning of 3rd edition in the previous book.
And it was super wrong.
It was super wrong, but like we put it on the... We compared them to each other and didn't compare them to the fact that they were pretty much unusable unless they were utility.
Yeah.
But that's a really good idea, actually. Generic endless spells where they can be used. Actually, in our OBR review, too. Oh, shit, that one's not on YouTube yet. I gotta pull that from Twitch. But yeah, we talked about like spells that could be good in OBR. We talked about the spell portal for Archon, so he has the huge range on his re-rolling 6s to hit and save. We like the... actually, we won't blow the load here. Yeah, we'll talk about endless spells at some point. I really like that idea.
Yeah, no, that's a good idea.
That's a really good idea. Cool. That might be the next one, even. We'll figure it out.
Yep.
Alright, anyway. It's time to go. Have a good night, everybody. We'll talk to you
See you
next
guys.
week. Yep.